YouTube, what's going on? It's Solution for the Solution Kid. Another video. However, we're taking the unboxed discussion on the road today. On a little road trip with my daughter. And just want to get you guys updated on a few things. First things first, I was asked a few times, why didn't I go to SneakerCon? All right, today is reason 2, and last weekend was reason 1. What's up, P-Town? And I wasn't expecting anybody to jump on it because it's early in the morning. But yeah, reason 2 is today. I'm on a road trip with my daughter. I'm going right back up to that area. And the reason 1 was last week. I was up there for the weekend. So SneakerCon was a very, very easy out, you know, and besides, that was the first one I ever went to. And SneakerCon has its purpose, and purpose number 1 for me is no more than networking, because, you know, like someone near and dear to me said, how many times can you look at shoes, you know? But it was a networking piece that most people go for. And just a recap on my video from when I said the whole drama and beef thing, it's pretty much dead, honestly. And now what you're seeing is that it has to be revamped and refocused a little. So now people are branching out to other things for conflict and stuff like that. Because make no mistake, the essence of video is conflict. You make film, you have to establish what does the main character want, and there has to be conflict to achieve it. I'm a radio, television, film student, so yeah, you must develop conflict to keep people intrigued. So that's why we really have what has transpired in the sneaker culture online. Is your channel will not grow unless there's something wrong. It was a couple of years ago, I think it was Tony D. Too Wild, someone stole the wheels of his car, and it was a bad situation. He didn't have to share that. Yeah, it is sad, you know. Yeah, it is sad. You know, someone stole the rims on his car, and he decided to open up and talk to his subscribers about it. In the video, the views went bananas. What's up, Luch? The video went bananas, you know? And that right there was kind of like my preview into how this stuff goes. It's sad that people like to see your struggle. You know, they're entertained by your struggle. But I'm not sure if you haven't hit that 1,000 mark, the way things are going, unless you crack that pot of gold or something. It might be tough sledding, because now people want to see stuff like that. Like, people aren't really putting out sneaker content pure anymore. They're doing the podcast with the issues, if you will, and it's mind-boggling. Like, you found your niche. It's cool, you know, you rock with it, and that's that, you know. So, and now it's like a reach almost. So I don't know. That's like one of the reasons I haven't really dropped a whole lot of videos once all this stuff was going on, because basically what it did was people that do sneaker YouTube pure were throttling down, because no one really wanted to see your sneaker YouTube videos. They didn't want to see shoes anymore. They want to see problems. They want to see people go at each other. And exactly. And that's what I said. Like, we're too grown, man. You know, YouTube people, we're too grown to eat that. We're just going to look bad. All right. We can't do that. And I told you all in my video, this young lady back here is priority number 1. I don't want her looking on YouTube and going, hey, look, my daddy dropped a video, because she will drop it on these lives sometimes. Say, hi, daddy. You know? Yeah. So, you know, it's like, and seriously, it's kind of like I'm weathering the storm. So last weekend, we hit the outlets while we were on our trip. And I picked up the Jordan Tinker 3s. I told you guys that sneaker was going to hit the outlet. So if you haven't been to your outlets and you're curious about that sneaker, it's there. We have outlets I think it was I'm about to pass by one in a few minutes. San Marcos is about 25 minutes from me. They had the sneaker, but coming back, I hit Rock, and they had them for 189. I was like, no. They actually had them at 180 at finish line. What's the point of that? But when I got to San Marcos, they had them for 149, 159 or something. I don't know. I got a crazy deal on them. But that rolls into what I was saying. Like a lot of these sneakers that have hit $200, like the lasers, all right, are hitting outlets because people were saying that shoe isn't working. And I don't know. I said something very controversial on I think it was Lars Young or Mike Rich Instagram channel. I said I think those Jordan 5s are going to hit outlets. And it's not because of the quality. It has nothing to do with the quality. That is a very well-made sneaker. And I told my boy Gene, the sneaker executive, I said, I like the sneaker. I love 5s. And, it's just the price. The quick striking. Then my big homie Youngblood, he told me, hey, everybody wasn't quick striking. He sent me the receipt. He sent me the receipt. And I was like, wow, they gave him a discount and everything. But 225, well-made sneaker, is great. Just like the Ferrari 14s, the reverse Ferrari 14s. Well-made sneaker. I'm just not a 14 fan. P-Town, we talked about that. I know you love 14s. I just don't think they look good on my feet. That's all it is. I don't like the design. I don't think they look good on my feet. That's it. But I'm more of a 13 and down guy. I have a pair of 32s, black and gold 32s that I got for the super low. Also, what else did I pick up? The crimson tints, the black and pink joints. I got those for the low last week at the military exchange. They just kind of restocked and dropped in there. They do like these crazy drops in there. Yeah. Yeah, P, they're well made. I like them. It's something different with the label on the back. And that's dope. I miss what you said too. Yeah, I like them. I'm telling you, but not for 225. Not flat out 225. I'm not cool with the price. I got it, but I don't want to spend it. That's the thing. I got it. I don't want to spend it. That's it. It's like you gotta have. This is just grown man talk right now, and you all are grown men. We have responsibilities. There's a trillion other things I could do with 225 or a shoe that I'm really not sold on. And I called around to a couple people I know in San Antonio. When I saw the shoe, the clip that I have on my Instagram, I'm in Dallas. I was in Dallas when I went to that sneaker store. I had never been in a standalone foot action. For sure, no doubt. The Tinker 3s, P? You talking about the Tinker 3s, right? And you wear size 10 if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'm going to pass by 2 outlets. Oh, the Jordan 5 need. Okay, all right, cool. All right, yeah, no doubt. I'm going to pass by 2, and it's too early now. This one's not open yet, but definitely on the way back, I'm going to hit it up and cash at me whatever. And my man Sean O'Sully, he'll tell you if you buy a shoe from me or we do whatever, that shoe was in the mail no later than the next day. Yeah, size 10. I watch you, man. Luch, P-Town, a couple other people. If you subscribe to me, I'm watching your content, hands down. So it's things that I pay attention to. Like Lucci, P-Town, Lucci is the Diodore Don Dada. I love Diodore, but Lucci got me beat, hands down. I mean, he goes online and gets the joints that, the super plush, just baby seal leather joints. And a lot of people don't rock with Diodora out here in San Antonio. So when I find mine, I find them for the super low. Yeah. But yeah, he's the Diodora dude right there. Matter of fact, when he dropped a video, I'm like, I hope he got some Diodoras in this. I want to see what else he got. You know? And think about Diodora, one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of them, I wear a 9.5. And depending on the material, the toe box might be a little bit more narrow. So it's a shoe I have to wear a lot to properly break it in. So the last pair I bought were those navy blue speckle joints. And I love that sneaker. It's dope. It's cool looking. It goes great with denim, dark denim. And I had to wear that shoe 3 times before I was like, all right, cool. They're finally broken in somewhat. Literally had to walk around downtown for a little bit just to really enjoy and appreciate the shoe. Because you know how we are, man. We have a lot of sneakers and we just don't wear some of them all the time. And some we just don't want to unds them at the moment. And some we just haven't gotten around to it. So one sneaker that I'm telling you, man, people have been in my ear, about my Pure Money 4s. I finally wore them to a concert on Saturday. Finally wore my Pure Money 4s. I love that sneaker. Love it. I love it so much that I did not want to wear it. What was funny, got a drink spilled on them, and I protected. So if you got Jason Marks, the pump spray protectant, that stuff works. All I did was dab the liquor spill on there, and it came right out. You couldn't even tell anything spilled. So shout out to Jason Marks with that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, the 9000s are super comfortable. Super comfortable. The 9000s are super comfortable. And I have 3 pairs of Diodoras. 3. And the baby blue joints, I don't know if you got those. I saw them when I was in Miami, but they didn't have my size. And they had them for like, I'm thinking of it, I can't remember, but they were like under $30 or something. And that's the cool part about traveling, because every region, every city has their own sneaker vibe. So what I might be feeling, they don't like. So the sneaker sat there for a long time, and now they have to put it on sale. So you find a lot of steals when you travel around. I'm so bad with it. I leave, and I don't want to buy another bag or ship it out to myself and bring it back. When I went to Miami, I actually left space in my luggage. Oh, you gonna give them away? Woo! I don't know. I love the sneaker. I love that sneaker. It's clean. It's clean. To me, I almost put it next to a must-have summertime sneaker, like all white Air Force One low. Like, it's a must-have summertime sneaker. That's how I feel about those Pure Moneys. But those chrome hits on it and the quality are A1. Oh, not just, okay, all right, cool. They sold out my early. Like, those things flew off the shelf. That sneaker did not sit. And it came out around, what was it, Memorial Day? Like right before Memorial Day, 2017? Or right after, somewhere around there. I can't remember. I know I bought mine like June 5th, June 6th. But I knew they came out that weekend or something like that. Oh, from sneakers. Yeah, they didn't sit out here in San Antonio. Those things were gone. And a lot of women were upset because, once you go down to some tier sizes, they don't put all the detailing on the sneaker. So instead of the chrome wings and lace eyelets, they got that metallic gray look, thing on there. He got that instead. So a lot of women were upset about that sneaker. The other part of my trip last weekend, I talk about this store all the time. Nike factory clearance store. And if you're familiar with that type of outlet store, it's nothing but racks. Nothing. So that back wall in your outlet, the entire store is like that. They closed it in Hillsboro. Closed it. Got up there, you know, card on fire. Pockets on fire. Like, yeah, we about to go ahead and spend it. You know? Spend it. Paper all up on the windows. I was like, hold on, the swoosh gone off the building. Gone. Closed down. So we said we get it. Drove the hour and a half, you know, on our way up into Dallas to the Grand Prairie outlet. And they had some stuff. You know, a lot of times, and I used to be this way, you would see a shoe on sale that you were cool with, but you just bought it for the fact that it was on sale. And that sneaker just sit in your closet or on a shelf for months, maybe a year, or you might wind up selling it or something. And I didn't want to do that. Like, believe it or not, I've actually drawn down my collection. And I'm still drawing down my collection. So in my bedroom closet, I got a big walk-in closet. And at the bottom of my clothes rods, I got this big space down there. Because the rod is kind of hot. And I had these opaque sneaker boxes. I did a video on them a long time ago. And if you didn't want to buy the drop top boxes, these were a very affordable option. And I mean, they kind of, if you got big feet, they probably aren't for you. But the sneakers don't fit well in my size are my Air Force One highs and my Griffey Max. Griffey Air, those kind of keeping the sneaker. So a lot of those sneakers are some of my older sneakers that I've had for almost 10 years. You know, less that I just wasn't wearing anymore. Those are the sneakers I was drawing down. And my whole bottom wall used to be nothing but those sneakers. And now it's like half. Because I've gradually gotten rid of those shoes. Some of them I had to get rid of because of dry ride. You know, I had some Air Max 90s. That little air bubble in the back, that junk just crumbled. I put the shoe on one day. Then, you know, you just grab a shoe off the rack. That's when I had racks. You know, no boxes, just the shoe sitting on the rack. Grab the shoe off the rack, put it on, walk to the door. And it felt like this squishy feeling. Like, what's going on here? Look down at my shoe. Took the shoe off. That back foam, the midsole, the E part there, just like crumbled. And the air bubble was like straight yellow and cracked. Because I had that sneaker for so long. Yeah, had it for so long. Like, I mean, you can do what you can for most sneakers, and I would say the average life of a sneaker is about 10 years, well maintained. But because it helps that glue move and everything, helps it remain pliable, the stitching and stuff. Because if not, it stays still and it just falls apart. I know there's some people that sounds crazy, like, what do you mean? Yeah, wear the shoe. It actually helps it. It'll extend the life of it. Oh, somebody asked me, what's the oldest sneaker I have in my collection? I saw this on my Instagram a long time ago, and I never answered the person. I can't remember why, but I was just scrolling through. Yesterday, I was bored, and I saw the question. I said, I'm going to put that on a live or something. The oldest sneaker in my collection is actually, I have, it's a Fusion. I have the Fusion Force 4s. Remember the military blue 4s, the white and like kind of royal blue joints? I have the Air Force and Jordan 4 model of that, and I bought those in 2009. I had sneakers older than that I sold, but that's the oldest sneaker I have in my collection. Then after that, I have, what's the other one? I got some Delta Force Dunks. Very rare sneaker, by the way. I've been offered a pretty penny for that sneaker, and I'm holding on to it. It was so, I didn't know what the sneaker was. I wasn't really doing my sneaker thing like that. I bought it when I was in Italy. You know, at the Athlete's Foot in Italy, in Rome. Matter of fact, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see me doing the holding up the leaning tower pizza thing, and it's crazy. I got a violation going on. I got an Adidas t-shirt and some Nike Dunks on. Why? Because somebody spilled something on my shirt and had to buy a shirt right there in the little tourist area. Yeah. But yeah, when I got back, a dude told me, I was deployed actually, and I had him. I was walking around camp, just chilling in them, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "What are you talking about, man?" He said, "Man, you shouldn't be wearing those out here. You must don't care." And you know, I wasn't into the sneaker game like I am now. And he pulls it up on his tablet. I went back to the room, got the scrubbing those joints down, but I threw the box away. I had already thrown the box away. Oh wow, 2004. Yeah, definitely. If you don't maintain that moisture, that's when it starts going bad. Your sneakers will dry ride on you. You all right? You all right? Yeah, they will dry ride on you. That's why I put that video out about those desiccant packets, and they do work. They do work. And the reason behind it is that my Win Like 82 11s are starting to yellow around the pod. And I bought those in 2017. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But it's part of the game. Don't mess with a lot of sneakers with icy soles now because of that. It is what it is. I mean, it's a shoes. It's got organic materials in it and stuff like that. It's going to degrade at some point. Yeah, appreciate it. I'm just trying to help, man, and that's what the culture is all about. Is the sharing of information, ideas, and stuff like that. That's that. You know, I had on my what was that? The Vancouver Grizzly hat the other day, and my Air Graffiti Max, the teal and gray joints I had, and you popped right in my head, P-Town. Popped right in my head. I was like, oh, I'm doing the sneakers and fit thing, but I didn't even snap a picture of my outfit with the hat on. The whole time people were looking at my hat. Oh, Reebok Classic 2005. Woo! And they're still good, Lucci. Wow. I got a pair of white with the gum bottom and black with the gum bottoms. I bought those in like 2018 for like, I think $30. And I bought a canvas pair, but I sold those. Somebody wanted them. But I wasn't going to let go of my black ones and my white ones. The sneaker I'm looking for, and you know, a lot of people don't rock with Fila, but I'm a Fila dude. The original Fila tennis. Okay. Yeah, the original Fila tennis with like that buttery tan leather on them. I thought I found a pair at Shoe Palace on clearance, and I had to look at it. I was like, oh, these are close, but these aren't it. That's like, Luke, you know what I'm talking about. That's that OG hustler sneaker right there. Yeah, we used to ride that back home in Baltimore. I'm looking for that. I mean, I got the outfit and everything ready for it. I go straight Fila, the classic box logo joint. People that's out here that are from the East Coast, you know about that era and everything, and the movie Paid in Full. They're like, oh, you went straight money making Mitch on us today. Yeah. Oh, you know about them, P? I mean, the leather on them is impeccable. Impeccable. Yeah. 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 I still, the younger cats, that the 25 and down that just remember Fila being like a bargain brand shoe, when it kind of declined in popularity, but they still were making high quality stuff. The more new age stuff that they put out is what people judge them on. When they started dropping the box logo classic stuff, and a lot of the rappers and stuff started wearing it again, as in like an old to the 80s and early 90s, that's when the popularity increased. But the classic box logo style of the sneaker and the clothing is what you really want. The splash logos and everything, it's not made as well. And that's straight from the mouth of the manager at the Fila store here in Round Rock, Texas. I knew that, and she said it. I was like, I was a little dude in that era, so I remember it. Dudes pulling up in the Cressida, Fila out, jumping out, looking like, I'm telling you, like a paid for video on the block. I would love to see some of those older brands come back, like Van Grack, Lecoq Sportive. Definitely, they are. Like even the I forget the model below the 9000, the N9000 series news. Even those are well made. The suede isn't it. The suede isn't as plush and raised on those, but they still are well made versus a lot of other sneakers. But yeah, definitely like a lot of those older classic brands, I would love for them to come back. That would be so dope. Come back. That would be so dope for them to bring back. Yeah, like Elise. They dropping Elise, but Elise is going on sale out here because they brought out the sweatsuits. And it wasn't cool enough here when they started dropping. I think they popped up in the video that I had on one time. I dropped a video and I was showing it, but they never had the sneakers out here. They just had the sweatsuits. They never released the sneakers. And I was like, if they get the sneakers, I'm gonna get the whole sweatsuit. The hat, they had the dad hat out here, and the sweats and stuff, and the t-shirts, but they never dropped the sneakers out here. And now on sale because the sweatsuits that they had, they're really thick and well made, so you're gonna sweat. You're not gonna get a lot of wear out of it. Yeah, it's different out here. And to keep it official, like San Antonio's vibe, sneaker wise, this is still an Air Max city. This is still an Air Max city. When I came here for the first time, in Air Max city. When I came here for the first time in 2000 for school, everybody was rocking Air Max and Shocks and stuff like that. No one was doing the Air Force One thing. None of that stuff out here. Nobody was, none of that stuff out here. Nobody was really retro J's with Air Max. Everybody had Air Max on. And they still rock a lot of Air Max out here. It's just retro J's and stuff like that. So, the gym raids. I know y'all saw my video on the gym raids. I get lazy sometimes, and I say it in my videos, like it'll be a sneaker to drop, and depending what I was doing the night prior or the morning, I'm like, man, whatever, I'll get the sneaker another time. But that was a sneaker that I liked, but I wasn't 100% sold on. So I went to the mall first. I went straight to my little stash house Foot Locker. Yeah, no doubt. I'm telling you, Pete, you will find so many colorways of Air Max out here. This is Air Max country, hands down. And before I go back to what I was talking about to address, coming out here and checking out the Air Max. Here's how you know the vibe of the sneaker game where you are. And it's going to sound weird, but I literally researched this. Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. When they get like these cool sneakers in, you're like, man, what are these doing in here? It's based on a market survey of what people are wearing. So we get a lot of Air Max and Marshalls and Ross and stuff like that. Like, if your girl, like, if your girl is an Air Max lady, I'm telling you, hit up Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. You will find some Air Max in there. Like for dudes, you might get lucky. I found some Air Max 95s, some Air Max 90s, and I found nothing in there. Like I haven't done a Ross and Marshalls video in forever because it just got to the point where I wasn't finding anything. Even as a gift to someone else. It was like stuff I didn't care about. Like the LeBron soldiers are always in the Marshalls. But yeah, it's this is Air Max country, hands down. They love them out here. Speaking of LeBrons, I'm not a big LeBron fan sneaker wise. I've had a few. I've sold them. I even did a challenge with the pair. I won the challenge. So I wound up keeping them. But I tell people, just hold your money if you're a LeBron, depending on what you are. Like a pair that's kind of somewhat limited, you'll be all right. Go ahead and cop them out the store. Yeah, I think should. It's something different. We don't really do it all the time anymore, except for my dude Tony 210 got kicks. He does like a Ross Marshall vlog. My dude Tony 210 got kicks. He does like a Ross Marshall vlog. Probably 3-4 times out the month he'll drop in, and he lives way on another side of town, and every Ross and Marshalls kind of has a different flavor depending on where that Ross is located at. Like if it's a highly populated area, it's gonna be a headache. It's gonna be a madhouse. Like the three Rosses near me is big four. Can't keep up with the volume of people come through there, so it's just stuff everywhere, all over the place. It's just you walk in and like, oh my goodness, I'm not in the mood for this. So I go late in the evening or early in the morning. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like total chaos. Marshalls don't play that. It's just that they get pillaged and plundered quickly. In my opinion, Marshall gets the better stuff. TJ Maxx is just, you just never know with them. You don't know what's coming in there. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's good content just to show people. Sometimes you can kind of make jokes and get through the video because they always have like size 17s and size 19s or something in there. If you need some cleats for baseball or football, or soccer, they got them. You're gonna find it there. Back when I used to play flag football, that's why I should get my cleats and stuff from. Like if I just wanted like a different style. Yeah, I think they produce too many of them. They make too many of his sneakers, and you're right. I think like the Christ the King joints, I like those. That's the one LeBron that I am truly a fan of. The Christ the King joints, maroon and gold ones and the black and gold ones. I like those because they kind of look like a designer sneaker almost. Those are very, very well made. I love those. But I do think they just make too many pairs of his sneakers for people to truly have an appreciation of them. And it's like he has a release every week or something. Yeah, no doubt. Yep, Polo. Yep. Marshalls be beating the Polo outlet sometimes. And if somebody asked me about like y'all see me on Instagram and I do like a fit of the day or something like that, or I'll be in a little outfit, whatever. I used to do it all the time. But Instagram, I kind of have a younger audience that goes through it. And I don't dress like, obviously, I don't dress like that demographic. So I was like, I really wouldn't reach anyone if I did like a clothing haul. And my closet is like full of clothes. She probably back there laughing. I have a lot of clothes. And the reason is that I'm 5'7". I'm 196 pounds. Yes, I'm 5'7". My daughter's gonna be taller than me. Yeah, she's gonna be taller than me. I can see it already. But I'm not a tall guy, but I'm a big little dude. So if I find something that fits and I like it, I better jump on it or I'm going to miss out on it. And it's hard, jeans wise, it's hard because I have big thighs. So if I find a pair of jeans and the fit is right, I'm just going to grab as many pairs of them as possible, because I'm like, I know they really aren't going to have this size. And I have this thing about buying a pair of jeans I really like, then I have to go and pay another $15, $17 to get them altered just so I can wear them. So I kind of stick with certain brands. And here's the thing. A lot of my jeans, I used to be huge on Kenneth Cole. Now Kenneth Cole has kind of changed the styling and the cuts and stuff like that. And I don't know what's going on online with that. So I really kind of moved away from Kenneth Cole. So I was a little stuck. And I was like, dang, what jeans can I rock that I can just pull off the shelf and wear them? From time to time, polo, but I'm the guy that likes for the bottom of my jeans to be a little tapered. So, I can really rock my sneakers like that. And I gotta cuff them or roll them, anything like that. I like to wear joggers all the time. I love joggers. I have to wear them all the time. But Aeropostale, I've been killing them. I have been killing them. And originally, I couldn't rock with them. Levi has gone to this sneaky Eurofit Lucci, because I wear 36, 3630 to be exact. That is my true jean cut. 3630. Should not be super snug, anything like that. And I think it's the 530. I can't remember the series, but I bought a pair. No, matter of fact, my sister bought them for me. It was the hard, stiff denim, and I was like, "Oh man, these are dope." I was looking at them, and I was like, "Something's not right." I mean, the taper on the leg was right and everything, towards the ankle, and they were like a 32, and they weren't even supposed to be skinny or slim, anything like that. I was like, they changed the fit of them. So she had got them from the military exchange. So I went in with the receipt, and I was like, all right, I'll try 36. Still snug. A size 40, and they weren't supposed to be like slim, skinny, anything like that. So I had to leave Levi alone. I'm like, that's crazy. What did they do? Yeah, I'll try them. Yeah, the Aeropostale joints. 36, 38, I'm pretty good with those. They fit just right and everything. Not snug, but tailored the way I like my jeans. I don't have to do anything to them. And they sit right on my sneaker. That's the thing I like. So one of the sneakers that I like, they grew on me. And I just bought someone a pair this weekend. The Jordan 33. I think it's like the something Concorso, the red with the black hits. It's a tech sneaker that when it first came out, I tried them on. I was like, man, I don't know if I really rock these too much. It looked like it's designed for you to hoop in. But those red joints are dope with the tongue on them. Like you have to wear like joggers or If you're into the super skinny jeans with around your ankles, those or shorts. That is not a sneaker you're going to wear. It's going to look right with a more wider leg opening. So that's just my opinion. I'm not into telling another man how to dress and stuff like that. But that's one reason why I passed on that sneaker. I was like, I don't think I wear enough just that. But yeah, it's a struggle finding clothes. It really, pants. I can find a t-shirt like that. And I'll hit up Route 21 for graphic t-shirts. Like I love X-Men t-shirts. Well, Marvel t-shirts. I'll go in there and find a pair. I got the Jordan 5 Pro Stars. So that's a goal for you, man. And that was the thing. Like when my weight fluctuated, I'm at the point now where in my suits, I don't look like, I got money and I'm going to court. Because you can look like you got money and you're going to court. You can look like you're going out on a night in the town. You can look like you never wore a suit before and you grabbed it from Walmart and going to court. So I'm at the point now, body-wise, where my suits look great on me. I have a lot of suits. Yeah, weight will determine what you can and can't wear and how they look good. But yeah, the Aeropostale, buy one, get a pair free joint. And sometimes, you find a pair for like $13. And it's just on you, like how you want the fit to look or whatever. But yeah, even the Polo Outlet, I used to be Polo Denim and Supply, Polo Ralph Lauren, that was like, and Kenneth Cole, that was all in my closet. Then Polo started getting greedy. I bought some cargo joggers. I think that was the last pair of Polo pants that I bought. And before then, I bought these they kind of like slim with the stretch material to them, but they're loose and they're super comfortable. I feel like you're wearing sweatpants. Kenneth Cole had a series like that called Experimental Denim. And they felt like jeans that were sweatpants, like super comfortable. I got 3 pairs of them. They had a gray pair, but they didn't have my size. I bought all of them because if you take road trips and you just throw some jeans on, whatever, those don't even feel like you're wearing jeans. They're super comfortable. But Polo came out with a pair of jeans kind of like that. Not as soft and plush, but close enough to it where they move with you. That's the thing. Like, if your jeans aren't comfortable, you move and they start shifting down on your hips, you probably should adjust them, get something tailored on and stuff like that. And once I started getting older, the whole getting your clothes fit for you became more of a factor. And really, it was about wearing my military uniform and taking notice how I looked in my uniform. Because when I was younger, it was like baggy BDUs, I look cool, sleeves up, whatever. Then as I started getting bigger and more muscular, I had to change the size of my uniforms, and I would get like the top of my jacket tapered a little bit so it wasn't flapping around. And those were the uniforms I wore when I was around base. The loose ones I wore when I went out to train because I wanted more air flowing around. But I always wanted like that neat, sharp look in my uniform. And you kind of get known for that, So when I was rocking suits a little bit more, when I hit like my mid-30s, like even before then I was wearing slacks and a button-up and all that good stuff tucked in the dress pants and the hard bottoms and square toes and stuff like that. I really wasn't getting my clothes tapered enough. It was like, okay, it fits, it's cool, I'm good. Wasn't bummy, looked good on me, I was straight. But someone I knew used to model, and she used to tell me, you need to get your clothes tapered for your body. You're a more fit guy. And I was like, nah, I want that tight look and everything. You know, early mid 2000s, whatever. Still rocking the Dipset look, somewhat. And we went to DKNY at an outlet, and she just started laying out pieces and stuff like that. I was like, try this on, try this on, try this on. And I was like, oh, all right, I look cool. You know, I got the shoulders looking good, the arms looking good, chest looking good, super tight. But it was like, you know, you work out and everything, or you're fit, you wear clothes on your body, and that's it. And it doesn't matter what your body style is, as long as it looks neat on you, wear it. It's neat, clean, wear it. I'm not anybody. You know, it's your money, but you know, wear the clothes on your body. That's cool. And if you're working on and you're doing something, whatever, that's fine too. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your health. It's all about your health. And I got homeboys that as soon as we retired, they didn't like fall off the bottom of the cliff, well, the top of the cliff and the bottom, but it was like strokes, you know, all kinds of crazy issues and stuff like that. I'm like, man, we're too young for this. You know, what's going on? And that's when it, you know, a light went on, because I was chilling. I was like, yeah, I got to get back at it. I have to get back at it. You got to take care of your body and watch what you put in it. I'm not gonna lie, Luch. You know, when I come home, I crab cake it up. I gotta get me a chicken box. You know, I gotta venture into the hood. You know, hope I don't get shot. You know, get some of that very unhealthy Baltimore fast food. You know, gotta get that. I always tell people, hey, the dirtier the griddle, the better tasting the sub. Yeah. You know, salt, pepper, ketchup. That's one word. There's one word back home. There's one word. I know every time I go home, I gain 5 pounds. I already know. Between my mom's cooking, my older sister cooking, and just eating the food I can't get. You know, I know I'm going to gain 5 pounds. I just like, whatever. You know, work out real hard before I go home. And when I get back, I got to detox. You know, all that horrible fast food we had back home that tastes so good. You know, I got to get it out my body. But I'm telling you, the best tasting fast food is in the most dangerous areas. I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of like, how hungry are you? You know, how bad do you want this? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But one store I wish we had out here in Texas, period, is Shoe City. I don't know if you heard of Shoe City. If you look them up online, it's YCMC, which stands for Your City, My City. But Shoe City, I love that sneaker store. They have like some crazy sales in there. Like, you'll see weird stuff on sale. Like, why is this on sale? What's going on here? You know, I come up with some steals and deals. You know, Lucci, do you hit up Shoe City? I'm not a big fan of DTLR. I will say that. I'm not a big fan of DTLR because I don't like some of their policies. I try to work out at least 3 times out the week, and the reason for that is that I have to watch it because of some of my injuries I had from being in the Army. I don't want to aggravate the injuries. And one thing I wish I could do is get up and run every day. If I just ran, I'd be fine. I wouldn't have to do anything else besides some push-ups and sit-ups. But due to the injuries I have, I'm not supposed to get out there and beat the pavement up anymore. And I'm a former collegiate runner. That's the crazy part. And that was like disheartening when they told me, we don't want you running anymore. You know? And I was like, man, I'm about to gain some weight. This is gonna be hard. Then it went from, all right, I want to do the elliptical. I said no, because spine flexion and stuff like that. Like, so I gotta do some cardio. And I was going to like different docs trying to figure out what's going on and stuff like that, because I knew the severity of the injury. Like, I had to watch it, and I just wanted to stay fit. Like, I know what I need to do for my body, because I've pretty much been working out since I was 13, or playing sports or whatever. Yeah, your knees, thank goodness. I haven't had a knee problem since high school, and I learned my lesson with that. So what I did, this is one reason why my thighs are big. I strengthened my quads, my hamstrings, and to take the stress off my knees. So I've, knock, knock, never had a knee problem. I didn't jump out of any planes either. So, yeah, that stuff very wild. All my homeboys that were paratroopers, they got busted knees and bad backs. I just got the back issue. But, yeah, it was just trying to figure out what I can do, to keep a level of fitness while I don't bring on the health issues that are going to be triggered from not being able to, live a healthy life. And, your diet's your diet. Hey, that's one thing that you got to always say: eat what you enjoy, but understand, it has to go somewhere, and do something to you. So as long as we understand that and everything, we're going to be fine, And if you're working on stuff like that, that's cool. As long as you do something, because it will catch up to you. It will. And, if we're young and we're just living life and stuff like that, and we feel like 40 is a long time away. I used to feel that way until I was staring at the door of 40. Like, wow, man, I'm 40. And to put in perspective, I saw a picture of a bunch of dudes I went to high school with. True. Yeah, no doubt. I saw a picture of a bunch of dudes I went to high school with. And I was like, man, it's been that long. It's been that long. And I was thinking about how I saw those guys when we were younger. And it's just, it's how you maintain your life and stuff like that. And I want everybody to be around as long as possible. So if you can slow down that process, by all means, all means, your body will thank you for it. Because I think about me being young and being in the Army and the stuff I did to my body because I felt like I was tough. And looking back at it, it was irresponsible. Like, oh, I'm all right. No, I should have went in and got that taken care of. And now I'm somewhat paying for it. But to be 43 and being, fairly good stuff like that, it's a blessing and everything. And, if I can hold on to this for as long as possible, I'm going to try to. But yeah, it's you got to take care of that body and everything. Which leads me into, y'all heard me in my videos talk about like some shoes. I can't really wear some shoes, or I can't wear them for a long time because of foot injuries. And I'm telling you, it's some dope sneakers out there that I won't touch. I have too many injuries, baby. They pay me for this. My daughter said, how many injuries do you have? I got a stack of paper about that thing, all my injuries. 20 years, right? 20 years. Yeah. Like, I like the Presto Reacts. I just don't like how they look. Yeah, that's another thing. I cannot wear Jordans all day because that's 80s and early 90s technology. Like Chucks. I think Chucks, if you hook them up properly, they look cool, but they have absolutely no support. Vans. I like Vans. I don't have a lot of Vans because they have no support. I know if I wear Vans, I have to put those orthotics in there. Have to, right away. Because we're talking about, technology from back in the day that it wasn't a whole lot of, hey, we need to look at your plantar fascia tendon. How much stress is that on there? It's like no support in any of them. It's basically leather, some rubber, and some rubber stitched and glued together, and like, have at it. You're not gonna feel the ground when you walk. Yeah, and it's true. Like, I have some dress shoes that look fly. But I'm telling you, I feel like a woman with some heels. Like, man, I got to get out of these. I got to get out of it. Cool. Woo. These dogs are howling. These dogs are howling. But yeah, it's some dope sneakers out there that you just like, man, these look good, but after 2-3 hours, you got to come out of them. You have to come out of them. You have to come out. Like the Presto Reacts, those are comfortable sneakers. Comfortable sneakers. It's just that I don't like how they look on my foot. And my favorite sneaker is the Vapor Max Plus, as far as comfort wise. I can wear those all day. I can wear those all day. I mean, they slap that $190 price on there, and they don't like coming down off of them too much, because people know that is a comfortable sneaker and they look cool. Yeah, think about it. Jordan 1s, as cool as Jordan 1s are, I love Jordan 1s. Those things, man, they aren't bad, but they aren't great either. Like, I'll say, for me, the most comfortable pair of retro J's, and a lot of people don't like them, are the 2s. Because it's based on like an Italian designer sneaker. The 2s. And this is another piece of history. I said this in the video before too. The Nike Python is basically a reboot of the Jordan 2 because it didn't sell well. Remember, Mike really didn't even wear those because he was hurt. So to basically put some life back into that shoe, and they had all the materials for it, they brought up the Python. I have I had the white, black, and red 2 lows, and I sold them. It wasn't a big deal because I got them for the super low at the outlet, because I actually went the high top version. Let me see, how many pairs of 2s do I have? I got the bread 2s, if you will, the red and black ones. Love them. I got the alumni that came in the DMP pack with the Chucks, the Converse, fast breaks. I got the Radio Raheems. Yeah, so those are my 2s. Yeah, I found those for the super low, my daughter and I. Yeah, the 8s are comfortable. The 8s are like really comfortable. And 10s aren't bad. 10s aren't bad. But it's like it's weird where I can go from an 8.5 all the way to a 10, 10.5 in some Jordan series, depending on how they make the toe boxing material. Like my rookie of the years, my 1s, that's a 10.5. And my what's the gray and black? All right, I'm back. Yeah, the 3s are, they're all right. That's a sneaker that I should wear a 9.5 in flat out, because the toe box gets a little narrow. If I'm going to be in that sneaker all day, yeah. I haven't worn my cement 3s yet. I haven't worn my Katrinas. I haven't worn my triple white with the the white joints with the icy sole. I haven't worn my mochas yet. What 3s have I worn? I'm starting to, my collection of 3s is increasing. It's increasing quite a bit. I don't have I think I have like 2 pairs of 10s, 2 pairs of 9s. And I think I have 4 or 5 pairs of 11s. But I have more ones than anything. Obviously because I love mids. My 4 collection is getting up there. I was looking at that the other day. My 4 collection is getting up. Oh, one thing, I didn't drop the video. They had in the back, the outlet, the Raptor 4s, the Drakes with the signature on there at retail. And they said so many people were shipping them back because all it was the signature. That's it. Nobody really was like checking for those because Jordan Brand straight up finessed everybody with those. Oh yeah, put the Nike Air on the back. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. To me, if I like the colorway, I honestly don't care. I'm not a true purist like that. That's like something innocuous to me. I'm like, oh, yeah, I get it. When you want the true OG look and stuff like that, I'm like, I just like the colorway. I'm like that. I haven't worn my Bread 4s or my Infrared 6s yet either. I've been, like, in the summertime, I'm terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of like brighter colors in my sneaker collection, and like my Sauconys and stuff like that, because I know I'm going to be out and about walking a little bit more, so I'm going for that whole comfort flavor type thing. If I got a sneaker that I know is not super comfortable, I'm going to be out all day walking around and stuff like that, I probably pass on it, even though I want to look fresh or whatever. But yeah, I get teased quite a bit about that. Like, essentially, I was forced to wear those Pure Money 4s. I had another sneaker laid out, and I was told to go ahead and put that back. I'm gonna wear those Pure Money joints. It's like, so I'm not gonna lie, some sneakers are so dope to be like, man, I don't want to wear these yet. I don't want to wear it, but I won't buy 2 pair. I'm not that guy to buy 2 pair, and I fully understand the people that do that. I support you on it, actually. Whoa. Guy almost ran into the back of this repair truck. I don't know what he was doing. You see that? Yeah. So, yeah, people buy one to rock, one to put on ice. I'm cool with that. Like, hey, I get it. If you sell it, that's on you. But yeah, I got sneakers. I was basically told that room is a museum now. I have artifacts. Have you ever forgotten about a shoe? Like, I didn't know I had those. You ever been in that situation? Man, I forgot about those. Like, I pretty much know all of my shoes, but what happens is I'll have an outfit ready, and I'll have a shoe, then I'll wear the outfit with that shoe, and when I get home, I'm like, I should have wore those. Those look better. Because I completely forgot about the shoe. Yeah. Or a lot of things I do too is, like, if the sneaker colorway is really too close to something I have already, I tend not to buy it. Now, I will say, I like all red sneakers for some reason. They just look cool. Like, all red sneakers with some camouflage is a dope look. I have the Gym Red 12s that, for reasons only known to me subconsciously, I'll take them out the box, had the outfit ready, put them back in the box, and now wear like my Red October Dunks. which is a dope red sneaker because the sole glows. You know, the sole actually glows. That's a cool little feature. Or I wear my flight suit reds, and that's a sneaker I had to basically make sure I wear all the time because I went through some crap to get that sneaker. Yeah, so you can see what's in there. Yep, you can see what's in there. Now, I'm pretty good. Like the stuff on the racks, I can just kind of look at it. I know what the sneaker, as soon as I look at the box, I know what the sneaker is. Like, oh, okay, all right. Because I don't know if you can tell, this time, I didn't do it at my last place. But this time, I have all retro, pretty much retro Jordans on that rack, and it's in order. It's in order. So I know I can just look across and see the shoe and stuff like that, and you know, pull it off from there. But once I go into the other closets is where it gets tricky. Well, up top I got some Pumas and some Air Max and stuff like that, some SFs and some Air Force Ones up top. But yeah, I can just kind of do that and look through them. But once I get into the closet, that's where it turns into the jungle. You know? Yeah, I got like pull boxes out and stuff and everything, and open containers to see what's in what. You know, but like a spur of the moment, I'm going out somewhere, and I'm just not out and about running around throwing some beaters on. I gotta like plan for it. Yeah. Cause I get it, man. Like my girl be like, why didn't you wear those? Like she almost knows my sneakers better than me. And I'm tempted to do a collection on her. Cause she got some heat. She got some heat. Like some serious heat. And she's a sneakerhead, but she's a sneakerhead because of me. Yeah. Yeah, she's got some heat because of me. Because a lot of the limited joints, they'll have them in the smaller sizes. So she can pretty much always get them. But she expects for me to buy them. Yeah, you gotta get the racks, man. You know, you gotta get the racks. And one day you're gonna walk in there, and this is what happened to me that made me do the racks. I had the sneakers when I moved them out the closet. I had the sneakers stacked up, and they were about maybe up to my chest. And I pulled the sneaker from one side, and it like that box was supporting like two other rows basically. All the sneakers fell back on me. Pow! And I had a cut on my arm from one of the corner of the boxes. Crashed the body and everything. And I was like, that's it. So I went and got one rack. If you remember back in my video, I went and got one rack, one of the black racks. I was like, oh, this is cool. I got the little dope set up and everything. And I just started hitting videos. I was like, this looks cool. Then I noticed my closet was getting out of control. I said, well, I'm going to get the other box, the other rack. And I got those, and it's just a clean look and everything if you don't want to go with the drop top things. And the thing with drop tops is either you keep your boxes and you got to figure out where you're going to put the boxes, or you're not a box guy. And so you throw your boxes away. That's a dilemma. Well, a dilemma for one of the categories if you go with the drop boxes. And they look clean. They look clean. I'm tempted to get some, but at the same time, I'm like, I really don't need them. Yeah, I got that rack. Actually, the stainless steel ones I got from Walmart too, and they're like the black plastic ones I had. I think that model is like $22, $23 or something like that. But they got these spacers at the bottom, these leveler things. Make sure you use them, okay? And if you notice, like at the floor in the room, you're gonna notice right away the floor is not even. It's gonna lean forward a little bit. It actually comes with an anchor system, so you might want to look into that. But because I had two, they interlocked, so they basically were like, holding each other in place, but they were pulling. So when I took those racks apart and there were cracks in them. I didn't even know that. I was like, wow, I can't use these anymore. You know, it's basically going to fall forward. So yeah, use the anchor points. If you just want to go with one rack and fill it up or whatever, you can attach it to the wall. So that's one thing. But I like the stainless steel racks that I have now. They look pretty cool. I'm tempted to get one more and free up a closet, or most of a closet. I'm tempted to get one more. Yeah, I got a video for you guys that I just haven't released. And because my background, my degree is actually video work, I'm real OCD about certain videos. Like, I want to do it right and deliver it right. So I'll record a video like 5 times. Like my last Unboxed discussion, the whole YouTube drama thing, I did that video quite a few times until I actually said what I felt like was the right message. So the tech video that I have, I talk about cameras, microphones, lighting, programs that you can use, all that stuff. Yeah, thanks, Luke. I think I did that video the right way, you know. And what's crazy is that I got a copyright strike. You know, somebody reported my video, man. That video triggered a lot of little behind the scenes stuff, which is why I haven't really released anything, because I'm just watching some stuff. I'm observing right now, because I might have struck some nerves out there. You know what they say, you know, a kick dog will bark. Well, yeah, somebody reported my video, you know, so I got a copyright strike, you know. Oh, no doubt. I learned that a long time ago when I did a video where I said, the bigger sneaker YouTubers, they don't follow you. They'll ask for you to comment, like, subscribe, but they don't follow back. You know, they don't follow back. And I never forget, there was a up and coming dude. I don't name names or anything like that. And he was on the rise, and now he's within the circle. You know, he's within that circle. You know, he's got the cosigns and everything. He asked me to subscribe to his channel. I did. He didn't subscribe back. You know, nothing like that. You know, and I was like, yeah, you know, it made me think about some stuff. Not that you owe me anything, but how hard is it to click the button for the other person? Everybody's gonna come up. Somebody had to help you, you know, and that's why I always talk like about you guys, you know. Yeah, and it's a shame that you have to address something on a mature level. That was a dope video, Lucha. I like everything you said. That was a dope video, but it's a shame, you know, we have to basically be mature about things and tell people this is not how it's supposed to be. We don't have to do that. You know, we don't have to do these things. And when you go against the norm of the culture and basically say this is not right, stuff happens, you know. Yeah, I got a copyright strike because of that video. And you know, I kind of wrestled with it and everything. And you know, I asked my girl, I was like, you think I should do this? And she's like my harsh critic. She's like, I think you should, and I know how you're going to deliver it. Don't worry about it. You know, it's the right thing. And it made me think about something like Q the Queen told me one time when I almost left YouTube completely last year around March. I was like, that's it. You know, I don't like how this is going. You know, and it wasn't numbers. Like, I wasn't growing anything like that. It was like, why do we have to have these issues for this to be interesting? It wasn't based upon this. And she was like, don't leave, because the culture needs people like you in it. You know, they're viable. It lets people know that it's not about all this other stuff. You know, I didn't use anybody material at all. You know, I thought I got copyrighted because I used a bootleg clip that I found of the snap from the end game, you know, from Thanos and stuff, you know, in Infinity Wars. I thought that's what it got me, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I didn't say anybody's name either. No material, no picture, no nothing. So all my music are from people I know, you know, so I don't use, you know, stuff like that. So I don't, it was, I don't know. It was crazy. So I even got a little fake email. I gotta show you guys this too. I'm just gonna post it on here, where basically it was telling me I was spamming or something like that, and it's fake because I looked up the address and it's somebody's house in Missouri, talking about some YouTube. You know, I was like, look at this, look at this. Y'all think I was born yesterday under a rock somewhere? And basically saying I was spamming and I don't upload a video for a while. They look into the issue, and it asks for my site name, URL, and password. Why would YouTube need a password? You're on their server. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that junk and show you like the weirdness that happened as soon as I dropped that video. So that's why I haven't dropped another video, and I'm just watching. I'm seeing what's going on and stuff like this, and waiting. Because I'm like, did I, you know, inadvertently pull myself into something? And I'm not somebody that's gonna fly off the rocker and be like, okay, you did this, you know, you did this. I'm not gonna do that, because then I pull myself into it, and I never wanted to be a part of it. But yeah, it's just, we stick to the shoes, is what we love, what we enjoy. It won't be an issue. But when we get into all this other stuff, because the growth isn't the way it is, I'm debating that. I got some stuff going on. I meant to ask you about that too, Luch. Where you going? I got some stuff going on, and I'm trying to free it up so I can get back there for that. But I did say that's one sneaker con I would want to go to, because it's back home. But yeah, if I do, I will definitely let you know. Definitely let you know. P, you should come down too. It's not that far from you. I don't know if you've been to a sneaker con yet, but really what it's about is networking. I mean, we're looking at shoes and stuff like that. It's a networking event. That's what you can take it for. That's it. Then after that, it kind of becomes redundant, unless you just want to meet more people. Did my channel grow from the time I went to SneakerCon Dallas 2017? Slightly, not much. Not much. Like, the only person that the only person that like kind of shouted me out was Mike the Accompolice. And he told me personally, like, I like your videos. He said, but it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna have to invest in a camera and some lighting. And I never forgot that. He said I had good content, but you know, you gotta work on your infrastructure. Yeah, a lot of people going at the mic. And Mike's been around for a long time. It is what it is. You know, when you got that many subscribers, they're gonna come for your head. You know, he's like over 500K. And whether he did something else peculiar or not, it's his numbers. And that's the new route that a lot of the drama-based things are going to. Like, if you got that 500 plus, a million, they're coming for you. You know, you become a target. You know, they got to knock you off your pivot and your throne. But yeah, also lost some subscribers from that video too. I was looking at my analytics, and I knew that. That's fine. That's fine. It's going to happen. You rub people the wrong way. I'm not really the person that really invested in the norm anyway. Exactly. And the crazy, I shouldn't even say this. A cat that I'm cool with, I'm going to say it anyway. The cat that I'm cool with out here, he basically told me a while ago that a lot of the stuff wasn't real. And I knew that. I mean, he told me to my face, like, nah, a lot of stuff's not real. And I didn't ask him, you know, because he was like, why didn't you jump in on one of the podcasts? Like, you bring a different perspective to the sneaker game. I was like, nah, that's really not my thing. Because once you get pulled in to certain podcasts, you know, it becomes, yeah, well, you know, you were cool with that, this, and that, and everything. You become forever affiliated with that brand of sneaker YouTube, and I didn't want that at all. I didn't want that. And now, like, it's so saturated. It's 5011 podcasts. You know, it's 5011 podcasts out there. In like midday, what was it? Monday Midsole was dope. I forgot the dudes, OG Sneakers and Cadillac, all those guys. I like theirs. That's a good one. It's real grown up and everything. They don't engage in a lot of stuff. Like Monday Midsole was talking about the Air Max with the Betsy Ross flag on it. They had a really good, mature conversation about that one. I was driving and listening to that. That was dope. Like, I like stuff like that, where it's mature and they're addressing real issues and stuff in the sneaker culture, not some love and hip hop. And that's essentially how people that don't know there's other elements. Wow. All right, man, you're trying to die out here. Hope you get where you need to go. But yeah, I had somebody ask me in a sneaker store here in San Antonio that recognized me from my videos. It was like, what's going on with y'all, all the beef and stuff like that? I said, y'all. I said, I don't do that. I said, that's not my style. It's not my thing. And I said, it's something that I don't want to be affiliated with. And he's like, man, it's like reality TV. I said, unreality TV. And he started laughing. I was like, do you watch it? He was like, yeah, it's entertaining. You know, it's funny and all that stuff. I was like, see what I'm getting at? You know, it doesn't have to be that way. Or, you know, when people were ramping up, they were like, it's boring. It's boring. It's boring. You know, we gotta do something. You know, it wasn't boring. It was just informative. That's all. It means that everybody wasn't creative enough to make certain things. Now, fact of the matter is, I think it was Skip Goes Hard. I'm cool with Skip. Skip and I have never linked up, even though we're fairly close enough. He was talking about how to grow your channel, and he was talking about humor. Skip is known for the humor side of sneaker YouTube. That's his niche. That's his thing, and he does it well. Exactly. That's all you see come up on your feed, your recommended video, because the bigger channels are doing that. Skip was talking about humor. That's his thing. He's known for that. Red gloves, you know, Kincaid, all that good stuff, cracking jokes and stuff like that. That's his brand. He's built it on that with reviews. And he got pulled into somewhat of the strange peculiar behavior, and backed out. He backed out. You know, they went after him and everything. He engaged a little bit, then he backed out. Because I think he saw, and I can't speak for Skip, but just from what I saw, because I follow his channel, and we interact sometimes on his channel, that it wasn't helping him. It grew his channel, but it pulled in people that were expecting for him to make response videos to the stuff that occurred. Now, yeah, it's just I don't think you have to do that. That's all. That's all. You know, I think we represent the more mature side of the sneaker culture, as we should. You know, as we should. I know I don't quote you on this, Luch. You said your channel is for you, and you don't include other people in your channel. I respect that. I do. Because if you look back on it, you're kind of opening up for those civilians, if you will, to become collateral damage. And that's the low part that really disgusts me with some of those manufactured beefs, where they were talking about family members. Family members got pulled in. Like, what do they have to do with that? Like, that was low, you know? So the word is that you know, they went after the dude Shumanati. I don't know if you guys really follow Shumanati like that. Outside of the beef issue we had, Shumanati had some cool videos. Very creative, dope. I watched his videos for his editing and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, he should be bigger. You know? I mean, heck, he's in Atlanta. That's like one of the sneaker meccas, if you will. I mean, he has a solid subscriber base, but just from looking at his editing, I was like, he should be bigger, you know? But you know, he got pulled into that thing and everything, and y'all know about the AK and all that stuff. And they got to talking about the man's wife and stuff like that. And he had never had his family in his videos, you know, but they pulled him into it. That's the part where I'm like, I think the code, yeah, he's, yes, the dude is on point. Love his videography. As somebody who's degreed and certified in that stuff, I love it. I respect it. And I told him that, like, man, this is what I followed your channel for, not the other stuff. And I said it publicly to him, you know, and he told me to appreciate that. So he knew, like, man, I'm not checking for all that other stuff. I like the Shumanati pure, if you will. Yeah, so he got pulled into all that stuff and everything. And with this dude's editing skills and his sense of humor, it might get ugly, because he killed Skinny. If it wasn't for the hangers-ons and stuff like that, and the people who love the beef, those channels should have basically tanked because how he did them. Like, if I had to rate anything, if I was involved in that, the dude was a beast. You know, he chopped heads off, you know, and that was just off his editing style, you know. I'm like, you can't mess with a dude like that that's that creative, you know. He's too creative. But yeah, he's coming back, you know. I had asked him, he like magically appeared one day. I was like, I'm glad you're alive. You know, people drop off social media like that, having a you know, constant presence. Unlike me, you know, if you don't see me on here, all you gotta do is go to my Instagram. I'm around. But back to the humor thing, I got sidetracked. The humor side of me is on Instagram, and y'all know that, right? Y'all know that. I post all the funny stuff on Instagram. I don't really get into the funny side here. I did one video with a character, Pastor for Kicks, and you know, the super religious people weren't feeling that. Some of them were. They said it was funny, and I just kind of, I think I did 2 videos and I let it go. But I have another character, and the problem is that there's somebody with a huge YouTube presence and Instagram presence who has a similar character, but they don't do sneakers. And I hit him up to let him know, look, I'm going to do this. He didn't respond. But I know as soon as I drop that character, and I have 3 videos with this character, believe it or not, I have a lot of footage just in the vault that I don't release for reasons only known to me. I'm like, oh, forget it. I don't feel like doing that. I know. Yeah, I know that he's going to hit me up like, man, that's not original. I did that first. But here's the thing. It's a drill sergeant. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna give you a preview because y'all my dudes. It's a drill sergeant character. The difference between he and I is that he was a recruiter who plays a drill sergeant on social media, and he does it well, by the way. Almost has my persona when I was a drill sergeant. I used to be a drill sergeant. You know? He played one or plays one on YouTube from time to time. So my material and delivery is going to be flat out authentic. When girl says do it, don't worry about it. You know, you can't copyright that and everything. And the thing is that you're real, you know. It's people gonna say, oh my goodness, that's him. You know, that's how he was. Like, not saying the dude stole my persona, but the persona that he portrays, because he didn't. You know, he doesn't know me from a can of paint. Is exactly how I was, without the cursing. But yeah, I have some videos with that prepped and ready and stuff like that. And I didn't really use shoes, so it's not gonna be dated. It's not gonna be dated. And I still got my hat. I still got my uniform and everything. My arms are bigger, so I can't roll my sleeves like I used to. But yeah, I have that character on deck, just sitting in the vault. Like, I don't know if I'm going to release it now, but out of respect, because I like the dude's material, I would like for him to respond. And some people like, forget it. You reached out to him and he didn't say anything, you know? So I don't know. What do y'all think? All right, y'all want me to drop it? Okay, I'm gonna get to it. Now, I might have to change it up a little bit because I gotta look at the quality. You gotta look at the quality. Now, I have a better camera, a far better camera. I'm shooting now with the T6i, a Canon T6i with shoots in 1080, and you can upscale to 4K. What is wrong with people today? They're driving crazy out here. You can upscale to 4K when you're encoding, so it looks great. And that's one thing too. One of the to get techie with you guys, and I'm in the video. I have a video about this. But I just need to, you know, basically edit it down. The best thing you can do for your channel. I'm gonna drop them. I'm gonna drop them. I'm gonna look at them hard and make sure they're still relevant and stuff like that. And I'm gonna put that video out. But, you know, back to the tech stuff. One of the simplest things you can do in your videos is fix your lighting. Fix your lighting. Remember, we're looking at a product, okay? We're looking at a shoe, and we want to see as much detail as possible. Now, even with my degree and certification, with you know, my background and stuff like that, lighting is one of the hardest things because there's some things you can't control, like the walls, you know, the reflection off the walls and stuff like that. And that's one thing I noticed. Like, I got the diffusion boxes, I got my diffusion umbrellas, I got a flash ring mount, which is kind of like a diva ring that goes on my lens. I got that. You name it. I have a little simple Walmart gooseneck lamp that I can put like different films on top of it. Hey, what's up, Trigger God? I got all that, you know. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I get lazy. Like, man, I don't want to set up all that stuff. I'm just doing this. But it shows if I have a sneaker that's sail or white, it gets washed out. That's the catch. That's the catch when I realize I need to fix the lighting. But you don't have to blow a bag on cameras. Go to your local pawn shop, okay, and look for these high-end cameras. Research the cameras. I'm not going to push you to a certain brand, anything like that, because it's what you're comfortable with. And I'm going to get back to that too. So you may not need to do that. And just check out these pawn shops, man. People be in different situations in life, and they need some money, so they, you know, they gotta get rid of some stuff quickly. So my first camera I got from the pawn shop was a Canon T5. A lot of people don't like that camera, because they say it takes better still photos than videos. It wasn't really designed for it, but it actually works fairly well. The problem with the T5 is that the autofocus and the white balance, I mean, you have to do some work to get that camera looking just right, and it doesn't maintain it. It won't save it. So every time you shoot a video, you got to basically reset it again and stuff like that, and it's work, but the videos look great. So a friend of mine sold me a T6i. The camera was too much for what they wanted to do. They felt like they really wanted to really get into photography and shoot some cool photos, and they realized they bought a camera and they went in over their head. And it happens. So I was talking on, I think, Instagram and something like that, and they I can't remember, it was a while ago, and they hit me up, was like, well, I got a camera for you. And we chopped it up, you know, boom, got the camera. So I'm still learning the T6i. And the thing about it is shoot as much as possible in different settings so you can figure your camera out. All right. The T6i, excuse me, is very powerful. Very powerful. You can find that camera brand new, if you look hard enough, for about $350 if you're willing and to invest in your channel like that. If you're saying no, it's not that serious, I'm good with what I have now, I'm going to continue to use my cell phone, which rolls me to the other part. You can actually shoot really good footage with your cell phone, depending upon your phone. Webcams, yeah. I actually have a lot of my videos. I have a Logitech 1080 webcam. Shoots great. The catch is you're going to have to go into your editing software and color correct, because it's not designed for you to be 10 feet away from it. It's designed for you to be about no more than 2 to 3 feet away from it. So it gets washed out a little bit. And a lot of them come with onboard microphones. I don't recommend those. One of the most critical comments I got, and I took it in stride because they did make sense. They weren't attacking me. They was like, great video, but you got to fix your sound. Yeah, and I mean, I'm telling you, the settings, just shoot. It costs you nothing to shoot. Go outside and shoot. Shoot in dark places and try to light it, and just watch it on your phone, and watch it on a big screen. What I do if I'm like, man, this is a good video, I upload it and I put it on my TV in the living room, and I watch it and I get to see how grainy and washed out it is. And sometimes I can't fix it, sometimes I can. But the bigger the screen is going to show you how crisp it is. My last video I did, that unboxed video, I did something different, and I didn't mention it. What I did was I bought a lens set, and I talk about this in the tech video that I shot. I just haven't released it. I bought a macro lens, high def macro lens, and I bought a wide angle lens. And I got this idea from Tom Stefaniak, the guy from Canada, that he talked bad about mids. Then he was hyping up the pine green mids, and I called him out on it. I normally don't do stuff like that, but I remember that Jordan 1 collection video he did, and he was throwing the mids around. I was like, you better keep that same energy, man. I saw that video, but now you're on it because people are making money off it. But anyway, he shot a video using this wide angle, and it looked cool. It wasn't fish-eyed, but it gave me an aspect that I was looking for. All right, it gave me that cool near focus look, like everything behind me was a little hazy slightly, but I was like super crisp. And I think I'm going to go with that from here on out. And I just had that lens for like maybe 4 or 5 months, just chilling. I said, I need to try this lens out, and I like it. That lens kit only cost me like $50, I think, shipped from Amazon. And that's the thing, like your microphone. If you look at my videos and I have the microphone clipped, listen to the quality of those videos. That's how I really sound. If you're sitting in front of me, that's the voice. Like not the camera mic and stuff like that. That's the clarity. Like I did radio for almost 2 years. That's the voice you heard on air. So yeah. Yeah, I'm using mics. And I have a shotgun mic that's mounted on top of my camera that I'm using now. So one thing that if you don't have a rig that you hook on top of your hot shoe around your camera, you're limited on what you can really do with your camera. Like I have a DSLR. It's made for professional shooting. So my next purchase I'm going to get is a rig so I can put my light ring mount and my microphone and my little diffusion thing off to the side. I'm gonna have all that hooked up on there, so everything is like on point. Because I basically have the room that I'm in kind of set up the way I want it, you know, with the sound and stuff like that. But yeah, audio is key with lighting. Lighting, people notice that right away because you really want to see the true color of the shoe if you've never seen the shoe before. I mean, like I said, you can shoot with your cell phone. It's just that you're gonna have to do other stuff to really make the picture look good. And basically, it's the lighting because you're regulated by the lighting in the room. If you have no diffusion and no spotlights and stuff in that room, and you can have a dope video, and like the quality of the video is not there because it's not lit properly. You gotta like that stuff. So here's some bargain things I talk about in the video. My diffusion box, which is a light that I have, if I don't want to set up the 4-point lighting or 3-point lighting, I use the diffusion box and the ring mount on my camera. That diffusion box I have is by a company called Light Dow, and it costs $35. And it comes with a boom arm where I can put the light over top of me, not just shooting straight at me. I can elevate it and put it over top of me. $35 shipped to your house. My 4-point lighting set with the backdrops, green screen, all that stuff, the truss to put the backdrops on, I think it went up to $110, but I got that for $99 shipped. So there's a lot of like things you can get like later on that you have to drop a lot of money on that enhance your videos if you're investing in your channel like that. And that's what I'm saying. If you got to make the decision like, how far do I want to go with this before I start buying stuff. Just, you know, if you want to get the simple stuff first, get the simple stuff first, and you'll be fine. You know, my lavalier mic, the mic that clips to my shirt that you hear, that mic's $20. But if you're going to use it on your cell phone, make sure it has the 3 black rings. I say that in the video too. That's all it is. You got to make a decision like, how much am I going to be doing this? You know? Like me, I shoot other videos. So it made sense for me to invest in my infrastructure and stuff like that. Get a better camera. Get better lighting, you know, get microphones and stuff like that, because I shoot other stuff. So it makes sense, but I didn't want to break the bank. So my total setup, if I laid it out in front of you guys, is with everything. I'm talking about down to my backpacks, the little weights I use to hold the lights now. I'm around $600. And that wasn't something I paid out right away. And before, a lot of people didn't even know, when my video started picking up a little bit more, I was using my cell phone. I started off using the Note 3, the Note 4, then I got the Note 8, and the Note 8 shoots in 4K. 4K for 10 minutes. It would just roll over to another clip. But the sound wasn't great, so I didn't have the microphones. 4K. Then I moved up to no, let me go back. I have a Sharp QSX, which is a little, it is. Yeah, it is. The Androids have better cameras, flat out. Say what you want. You can't deny it. It takes better pictures, man. Hands down. Better video, too. I mean, the iPhone is pretty good. But you talking about camera quality? Androids. What's your phone? 10? iPhone 10?
XR. iPhone 10 X.
Check this out. My daughter has an iPhone 10 XR. I have a Note 8, and my pictures look better than hers. All right, and phone-wise, I'm an Android guy, but I have an iMac. Well, I have a MacBook and iPad. I've had an iPod, and I have a iPhone 6. It's like my backup phone in case something happens. But Androids are the phones that I use, flat out. And the thing about it, they don't even tell you how to use a camera. They just want you to get in there and fumble around. And what they'll do every so often, they'll release updates to enhance the features of the cameras. Like, I didn't even know I had slow-mo, you know, or near and deep focus. That's one thing you got to play with too. Near and deep focus. That's a cool feature that I use when I'm doing video work. All right, it's not really conducive to sneakers, but if you're like shooting people on the street walking, or somebody talking to somebody, it's a cool feature. You see it in movies and you don't even realize what you're looking at. Lighting, I have I usually use 3 diffusion boxes. All right, 2 on the sides, kind of beaming down. The light in the room, and I have a ring light on my camera lens. I have that, and I can increase the intensity, or I can change the color, like it's a gel. Like I can put like a gold looking ring on it to give like a softer look. I can put a blue one on it to kind of give it like a kind of chill look. I can do that. Or I can just put the clear one and just blast the light right away. And that acts as like my key light, my spotlight. Yeah. You know, it's that's like the basic. If you pull 3-point lighting in your videos, you should be okay. You should be okay. So the key to know that you properly lit your videos is watch somebody's videos. If you see like the lights in their eyes, the lighting is set up properly. Okay, it may not be good enough, but the lighting is set up properly. That's it. If you can't see the lights in their pupils, the light isn't set up properly. You should see that. Another thing too is play with the settings, your frames per second. So I started basically shooting in the native settings, which is like 23.9 frames per second. And frames per second is basically like, remember you used to take the drawing and you would move, you know, have the drawing doing this, and you would flip the book and the drawing would move. That's essentially what frames per second is. So the more frames per second, the sharper the picture. It looks more lifelike. That's 60 frames per second. Lesser, the more flat it looks like. So if you want your videos to look like a movie, you go with the lower frames per second. If you want it to look like you're watching the news, real time, kind of camcorder-ish, you go with 60 frames per second. And that's just a matter of preference. And that's that. But all these settings and stuff in your cameras, just tinker around with it. All right? Get to know what you're comfortable with and what you like, and the people will go with it as long as it's pleasant to the eye. That's the key. That's the key. And programs. What do I use to edit on? I'm classically trained on Avid. Avid is a monster. Okay, if you can use Avid, you can edit anything. Okay, Avid is a monster. They train us on Avid first. Then we move to Premiere. Premiere is basically like everybody else. And no doubt, 4K is the way to go. You don't have to do 4K, but it looks good. You do 1080. 1080 will get you. Most people can't even tell the difference between 1080 and 4K. Believe it or not, the average person. But yeah, Premiere is essentially what. Oh, we're talking tech stuff. We're talking tech stuff, and the state of sneaker YouTube and everything. Yeah, but Premiere is basically like your Final Cut Pro, your DaVinci Resolve, your Cyberlink Director, all these other programs are basically taking Premiere and made their programs around it. I use Formula Wondershare, and I'm actually not really happy with Formula Wondershare because they were very simple. It was quick to edit on, very effective. It had everything I needed without bloat. They somehow decided that they wanted to compete with Premiere, and they became a great value brand, bootleg Premiere. Like they want you to buy the yearly subscription and all that stuff, and it's killing them. People are online ripping them apart. It's slower. It takes forever to encode a video. Yeah, Wondershare, for more Wondershare. The free version used to be powerful enough without the watermark where you could put out some dope videos. I had the free version first. Then I paid the $20 to get all the different stuff that I use. Because once I started really getting to editing in school, I was like, man, this is limited. I could do all this. Might as well pay the $20. And yeah, they did this massive update back in April, I think. And it's terrible. It's slow as all get out now. But most sneaker YouTubers, they swear by DaVinci Resolve. It's free, but your computer has to be fairly powerful, and your video card has to be decent to use it. So even your laptop's not fairly recent, it's not going to be able to handle DaVinci Resolve. But yeah, my internship, I used Final Cut Pro, and I had to teach myself how to use it. They did not teach me how to use it, but my director was like, hey, if you know Premiere, I don't have to teach you anything on Final Cut. You're going to figure it out. And I did. There's like little fine intricacies that, I mean, that's up to you. It's a matter of preference. If you want to edit on an Android, that's up to you. You're comfortable with it. It's doing what you need to do. And I don't push products on anybody. I just tell you what I use. All right, you might say, well, that's inferior. Or you might say, that's too much. Well, that's mediocre. Yeah. It's up to you. If you're like, something, I don't need to do all that whiz-bang editing. Now, fact of the matter is, you don't have to edit like that. And the reasons why, I'm going to give you a big example of why you don't have to do that. Mike Rich does very little editing. All right, if you're into that tech side of that like me, Mike Rich basically chops off whatever he doesn't need at the beginning of his video, does the video, essentially pause it, goes back to the video, and chops off whatever he doesn't need at the end. That's it. Puts his outro on there, his intro. That's it. All right, that's it. So it's just a bunch of slices, clips, and stuff like that, and jump cuts. He does not get into transitions, a lot of B-roll and stuff like that. And the man is one of the big dogs, in the sneaker game. One of the most well-liked sneaker YouTubers out there, hands down. That's why I say you don't have to do all that if that's not your style and that's not what you're looking for. I have not seen a Mike Rich video where he's done in-depth editing. And I'm not judging him for it, because it works. It's just whatever your style is, what you're looking for. Yeah, you cut is one. Yep. Yeah, it's just a matter of preference. Like, I like B-roll. All right, especially if I'm doing like a vlog type thing. And I could walk you through a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to give you my phone number, man. Like, I could sit there and kind of chop it up with you and get you through it and stuff like that. But really, it's all about intro, when you should cut, and B-rolls, outro, and your bed music. That's the music that plays behind it. That's one thing I kind of struggled with until I took my audio production course. Like, when to bring the music up and stuff like that and everything, and kind of the feel of your videos or music. And the cool thing about me is that I know producers that send me music and they want their music on my videos, and this led to them, getting some opportunities and stuff like that. Like, they hit me up like, bro, somebody saw your video and hit me up. And one of the like, right now, I got to get rights to my Native Sons homeboys who did a lot of the video. Yeah, it's knowing. So let me back up for a second to address Lucci. If people say your music, I think I told you one time your music was a little too loud. If you want to put your bed music in and you aren't sure if it's too loud, when it's time for you to edit the audio, put your headphones on. Wear headphones if you aren't sure about the levels of your music, okay? Wear headphones when you edit your audio and your music, and they'll let you know. Because think about it, somebody's holding a phone watching your video for the most part, or they might be sitting somewhere with headphones on, so you got compressed and condensed sound. All right, it's not filling up a room, it's in their ear, like it's too loud. Yeah, it's a lot of no license needed music out there and stuff like that. But yeah, wear headphones if you're going to edit the audio in your music, because then you can really hear what's going on. And I've messed up a few times out of being lazy, not putting my headphones on and just have it playing through the speakers, on my PC while I'm editing, and like that, it's too loud. I upload the video, you can catch it, stuff like that. But instrumentals, just look around, because once you, like, in the beginning, before I got monetized, I didn't care. I'm like, I'm putting that on there. I'm not getting paid. I like the song, I'm putting that on there. Then when I got monetized, they started hitting me. And when I found out one of my homeboys, Native Sons, they hadn't given me the usage rights, one of my biggest videos is not monetized. My mid video, which has like almost 40,000 views on it, isn't monetized. So they're getting money off of it. So I ain't mad about that. They're making their money off of it. Those are my dudes. But I use them, and you see, you'll say Beats by Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, and these are guys that I have a connection to. Mr. Carter and I are high school track and field teammates. Mr. Carter actually ran in the Olympics, a 400-meter, fourth-place finisher in the Olympics. U.S. national champion, I think 3 times. He's a teammate of mine. And we were on Instagram, he was dropping beats and stuff like that. Like, let me know. So originally, when he gave me the music, it was for bed music on my radio show that I was on. Then I asked him, I said, well, let me expand your listenership a little bit more and put it on my videos. He was like, cool. But I had one video get clapped because he sampled Anita Baker. You bring me joy. of a little small clip, and I love that beat. I just can't use it anymore because they picked up that one little sample, of her vocal. That's why y'all don't hear that in my videos anymore. That was my joint. That was like my go-to track. Can't use it. And I told him, I said, hey, YouTube got me because of the sample you used. He's like, what? I was like, yeah. And the 2-3 second rule. I was like, nah, they picked it up, man. Video got clapped. But yeah, just search around and see who has music for you to use, and get the licensing rights to it and all that good stuff. You'd be all right. But like I said, make sure you put your headphones on, because that's what we're hearing. All right, and that's what you're hearing when you watch that video. Because I think Lucci, that video, I was like, man, this is a good video, but it's too loud, And that's why I hit you up like, hey, turn your music down a little bit. And it's playing with the audio levels, so you could edit your audio 2 ways. Yeah. Even if it's an instrumental, they'll get you for it. If they have that uploaded into the algorithm database, yeah. In the beginning, when I was just dropping instrumentals, they got me. Little Brother instrumental, a Dipset joint I used, early videos way back in the day. But like, what's funny is the beats I've used for Mr. Carter, he doesn't like the ones I use. I'm like, man, that's dope. He's like, man, I hate that joint. Why'd you use that? I'm like, I like it. People like it. Or he's like, it was a throwaway that he didn't like. But yeah, you should put those headphones on. So you can hear what we're hearing and all that good stuff, and know when to fade in and out. So you can edit 2 ways. When you drop the audio track in there, most of your editing programs, it has a bar running through the waveform. You can raise and lower that bar depending on how long the audio track is. Individually, you can raise that bar and set keyframes where you can feed it in and out. All right, you can do it like that, or you can go into the mixer that's built into most of your video editing programs, and it'll give you the option, as long as you make the audio track a separate track from your actual video audio, don't lay it over top of it, make it a separate track. All right, it's just like a mixing board. Okay, when they say 8 tracks, 16 tracks, whatever, that's what they're talking about. Every different element has a different sound. So if you got a sound effect that you want to drop in and out, you want it to be clear and distinct, you want to make a track for that. Okay, so you drop that in there. It's layering. Okay, it's layering. So you'll turn the bed music down, which when you're talking, bring it down. If it's B-roll, bring it up. That's it. Outro, bring it up. Intro, bring it up. You're talking, bring it down. That's music 101. Yep, detach the audio. The other thing too, you can clean up your audio. Like, now I hate this. It's like they do it on purpose. That's just me. You go in the sneaker store and you're like, man, there's some heat in here today. And it's like the club. So you can't talk while you're in there talking about the shoe, because they got all this music blaring on the back and you get copyrighted. So what I'll do, if I want to use my audio where I'm talking, at least for more Wondershare, I'll detach the audio like one of you said, and make it a separate track, and I'll start tweaking where I'll take out the background noise. And the best way, it's kind of like mixing. Being a DJ, it just made sense to me. I'll play with the treble, the mids, highs, and lows, where it'll pretty much kill that music in the background and brings my voice up. I've done that, but it's a lot of work. All right, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. So a tip in recording. I don't talk about this in the video that I have, but I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. The longer the clip, the longer the edit. Record in bursts. Trust me. You should be recording in no more than 2 to 3 minute increments. And you build like a workflow folder. If not, you're gonna be sitting there scrubbing through this long video of, and it's painful. Like, I don't need to use that. This is pointless. This is pointless. I might shoot an hour's worth of footage, but only give you a 12-minute video. That's why you want to record in 2 to 3 minute increments, because out of 3 minutes, maybe only 20 seconds of it is useful for me. Think about that. So you don't want to record, these long tracks. And I'm not talking about pause the video. I'm talking about stop it so you create another small video and start it again. That's that. It's times where I've gone out, did a mall vlog or wherever I was, and I got busy and I forgot to close out the video. I didn't get back in the car, if you will, or walk out the mall, anything like that. And I'm like, dang, I need to close out this video. How do I do it? So you can look in some of my videos, especially when I was in college at the time, where my voice is a little gravelly and my energy is off, because I got up early in the morning and it was like, it's the next day, and did the video. So instead of cheating you guys, I went to SpongeBob route and told you the next day on there, because I'm like, man, I didn't close out that video, and I'll do the review. Different clothes and everything. You can do that. I'm notorious for not dropping the video the day of the release, because I might have went to the mall, but that's not all I did that day. And by the time I get home, I might have been out with baby girl, might have been out with my girl. The three of us might have been out. And the last thing I'm thinking about is a vlog video. We're sitting in the living room, watching TV, or I've cooked something and we chilling, I'm like, oh, I need to get this video out. I forget about that. That's why I talk about life happens. I got the shoot, I might post a picture on Instagram, like, yeah, video coming soon and stuff like that. Like, I'm terrible about that. I used to be on it back in the day. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, but you got 50 other videos about it. So I wrestle with that. Like, how can I present this video and say, this is different? This is different. And I try to do that, like give you a different perspective on the shoe. And that's one thing I've gone with, is the pro and con, because everybody's not going to love a shoe when it's released. Hands down. That's it. So when I was in the Army, when we finished training, we had this thing called an AAR, an after action review. And we always told people it's not a critique. All right, it's a measuring tool. So you do sustain and improve. So basically translated as good and bad, pro and con, but we didn't call it that. So you talk about the great things about the shoe, in regards to this, and you talk about the things you don't like. And I started doing that on the gym rig. Matter of fact, in that drill sergeant character video, I did that with the shoe. And I was like, well, I can't use this video because he was old. But I was like, I'm going to use that in one of my videos to incorporate that aspect into it. But yeah, it's all about the creative approach. And here's a big reason why I've stuck to sneaker YouTube, despite me like, I don't know if I really want to do this anymore, is my channel is basically like my reel. It's a living body of work. So if somebody wants to hire me for a project, they go, let me see what you're doing. I could point them to a video on my sneaker YouTube channel. And believe it or not, I got a job off one of my videos. Remember the Jordan mid video I did, and I used the different cameras, I was switching back and forth, and I went overhead and all that stuff? They got me a little deal. I made next to nothing off Google from my YouTube video, but I got a nice check from something else I did, because they saw that. They're like, oh, this dude really knows how to edit. Cool. So I've said this before, I have been cheating you guys with my ability. All right, I could shoot some stuff. It's just kind of like, man, it's a shoe. I'm dedicating too much time to a shoe. You know. Thanks. So it's more of what can't you do, and how much effort do you want to put into it. And I really don't, honestly, guys, I don't look at the number of views anymore, because I get next to nothing from Google as far as my videos. Sometimes I get a little check, sometimes I don't. It's whatever. So I don't even look forward to it anymore. But that's not what inspires me. I like to shoot video, I like to edit, I like to exchange ideas and stuff like that on the culture, and just seeing the positive aspect of it. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones out here spending this money. We're spending this money. So back to the shoes pure for a second before we jump off. I know you're hungry. Finally, you figure out what you want to eat. It starts early, guys. It does. They don't know what they want to eat when they're little girls. All right, they don't know. But what do you think about this 225 thing that they've been playing with this? What do you think? Because I'm seeing the trend, and it's failing. All right, it's failing. The sneaker that I can recall first that failed miserably, now I'm going way back to 2017, was, remember the Chameleon 6? It is the Chameleon 6s that came out All-Star Weekend. They wanted 220, 225 for, and those things were found in outlets for like $49, $59 at one point. And it's a cool sneaker, but it was like, let's see if they're willing to pay this. We're at $190 now. Let's see if they're willing to pay $220. And they like promptly went on sale after 3 weeks, because people were like, oh no, I'm not paying that. That's ridiculous. So you had that sneaker. Then they went all retro 11s. Exactly. And I have the Fly Knit 4s, but I got them at the outlet for like $119 or something like that. I lucked up on them. But let's see. So we had, from my recollection, it was the All-Star 6s in 2017. Then they came back with the policy with no retro 11s, no we'll get a discount. Is 200, 190, you won't pay that. For the lows, 175 or whatever it is, 180, you're paying that, unless they go on sale. Then they started dropping recently the lasers. The lasers were 200, failed. Not a bad looking shoe, but not really a laser etched shoe. More of a printed shoe. Everybody called them the lasers. Then you had what was after that? It came in around 200. That had no business being 200. You had the Tinker 3s, 225. Now, it's cool that they gave you the extra swooshes and stuff like that, but that wasn't worth $35 extra, in my opinion. That's me. And it shouldn't have been Quick Strike. So that sneaker failed miserably. Then you had a couple other shoes thrown in it. Oh, the Laney 5s. I love those. That was the colorway I really liked. 200 Quick Strike. I didn't like the price, but they were also a gift as well. And yeah, it just didn't make sense. And it's like you're dooming the shoe to the outlet. Like, I know they have to be watching this and going, we have to do something. And that's why I told you guys, speak with your wallet. Just refuse to buy the shoe at full retail. If you're like, this isn't worth $225. And now what's happening to these retailers is you had that Tinker 3 that's $159 and $189 at outlets now, depending where you get yours from. And you have the store still trying to get $180, $190 out of you. You go online, you might have found them for $159, $139, which is fair. All right. But if you mass produce a shoe like that, and it was GR and there's tons of shoes out there, you should have known right away this shoe is not going to sell. You quick strike at $225, they can't get any discounts off of it. They're not going to buy it like the way they thought it would. And I know I felt this way too. That's why I did the video on buyer's remorse. Like, why did I buy this shoe? I should have waited. There was no reason for this shoe to be quick strike or at this price. They do. They still get their money. That's what I'm saying. Just wait. Just wait. But, if you feel like I got to get them, before, I don't want to wait for them to hit outlets and stuff like that. Like I'm shocked that I haven't seen those Jimmy Butler 6s. I'm shocked I haven't seen those in the outlet yet. They're still holding on to those Orlando 10s at full retail at a lot of stores. That's another shoe that's been hanging around forever. It's mind-boggling. It's just pure greed. Until we say that's it, I'm not buying it at this price, they're going to keep doing it. They're not going to have a choice. They're not going to have a choice. And that's what I was telling people. It's other dope sneakers out there that you can get at full retail and not get cracked over the head for. There's other dope sneakers out there. You don't have to, unless that's just, I don't care. I'm a Jordan dude. I'm copping Jordans. That's your money. That's your money. Like, I love the Puma RF series. I love it. That's a cool sneaker at a great price. I mean, you'll see them cap out at no more than $120, $130 if it's a collaboration. That's it. That's it. And some of them have sneakily sold out. They have sold out on. It's like, dang, that shoe sold out. Wow. It's a cool sneaker. It's got a weird fit, but it's a cool sneaker. There's other cool sneakers out there. I'm just like, I've seen joints for $190. I'm like, nah, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying it. So a lot of times I will wait and see if the military exchange store gets a shoe. But they've been doing like these shock drops lately too. Like, what's this shoe doing here? Like I said, I got the Crimson Tint joints. 128. 128. Tax free. Walked in, had my size. I was like, wow. Okay. But they didn't mention them they were going to be there. They just showed up. And that's a shoe that I said I was not buying when it dropped. I thought it was a cool colorway. It was like a nice colorway. But you heard, this is how I know you got to watch us as influencers. A lot of us will say what we need to say because they bought the shoe and they got to push the numbers. They didn't like the City of Flight Jordan 1s. The black ones with the gold trim around the swoosh and the icy blue sole and the with the gold tips on it. They trashed that shoe. But then they come back with the Crimson Tint with the same material on it. And after they said they hate that shoe, oh man, these are dope. This is, man, look at the leather on here. I'm like, okay, you're the same person that hated on those City of Flights ones with the same leather material. What are you talking about? And that's how you gotta watch the hype. You gotta watch the hype, man. Gotta watch the hype. But I paid $128. No, I think $119 for the City of Flights, and I paid $128 for the Crimson Tints. So I didn't feel bad, and I like the City of Flights. I like them. I like black and gold sneakers, for the most part. And you name it. Like, the thing about be true to yourself. If you like the sneaker and you want to do a review on it and it's not what's popping and everything, review the sneaker. And at the end of the day, people will respect your authenticity. That you have a diverse collection, a diverse taste, and it's like, I don't care, I like it. I want to talk to you guys about this. You don't have to buy it, but this is something I found and I thought it was dope. So that's why you see Socrates on my channel. Back in the day, I had forms, top tens, shell toes, Air Force Ones. I got a vid on Timberlands because I got a lot of Timberlands. That video, right around fall, it picks up because people say it's very informative. Like, man, you have and y'all know Timberlands are like buying a pair of retro Jordans full price or more. I got a lot of them. So, that video peaks up and stuff like that. Is the Puma RS series, you name it. If I like it, I bought it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do a video on this. This is me. This is what I like. Do the video. You like Air Max? Do a video on Air Max. Because you're keeping it official. This is what I wear. It's kind of like all you do is videos on what's popping, but then if somebody sees you and you aren't wearing the shoe, which, all right, I'm gonna talk about something funny that I noticed back in the day. And I mentioned in the video, back when everybody was trying to be first on release day and stuff like that, you had sneaker YouTubers that would they would win the raffle, cop the sneaker on Saturday morning. They would bring the shoe back on Tuesday because you could not return the shoe the next day if it was a raffle limited release, a retro release. And I didn't know this. I found this out by going into a store in San Antonio. And I can't remember the shoe that I bought, but the person at the store was like, man, please don't bring this shoe back. And it was around the time everybody was complaining about Jordan Brand releasing all these crazy retro colors. Like, why are they coming out with these? This doesn't make sense. Matter of fact, it was around the Flight Suit Red and the Royal Fives dropped. Everyone was complaining about these colors because the Camel Fives came out, which I like. I like the Camel Fives. It's a cool color. I like the olive drab. I like Obi Green. They were like, what's the point of this color? I'm sick of this. They need to start bringing out the retros. We want this shoe. We want that shoe. So when I bought the shoe, they were like, can you keep the shoe? Don't bring this back on Tuesday. I was like, why would I do that? I like it. People buy the shoe just to say they got it and bring it back. And it was a guy with the store. He's like, yeah, the guys on YouTube reviewing sneakers, I think they do that. And by God, why did I start watching a sneaker YouTuber that's from around here, all right, big name. He was buying the sneakers, but everybody kept asking him to do a collection video, and he would never do a collection video. But then you would see other sneaker YouTubers do collection videos, and they would make this huge stink about buying the shoe and what they went through to get it, and you would never see that shoe in a collection video. And if you really subscribe to the person, like, you kind of remember a lot of their videos. And that's when I found out, yeah, that was one of the hustles. So they would flip that 190, or you keep the coupon, by the way, so now you're getting a discount, and so you can get to say, I got it under retail because I had the coupon from the shoe that you took back. And you just repeat the process over and over. You get all the hype shoes, but now you really can't do a collection video because you don't have all those shoes. Oh, I sold them. Oh, I sold them. Oh, I sold them. Oh, I sold them. So what do you do? Yeah. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Now the hustle is you get the early shoe from whatever means you got the shoe at. All right, however you got the shoe, and you talk about that you got scammed or whatever, then you get the actual official shoe. That's the latest hustle. And trust me, I knew this was coming when it was Travis Scott's hit. I said, here we go. Too many people have this shoe early. Too many people have this shoe early. It's like, I'm terrified if I come across that shoe. I really am. Even at the outlets, I'm terrified if I come across that shoe. Because that shoe has been bootleg with impunity. Just now, it's to the point where it's like, it's almost okay to have that shoe as a replica. Isn't that mind-boggling? Because they bootlegged that shoe so much, and that shoe hit StockX, and there was a video of that guy who sold StockX, like, it was some insane number of shoes, and he said none of those were real. It's crazy. And I actually feel like once you reach a certain level in the sneaker game, and people kind of like, oh, he's got the plug, he's got the hookup, you can almost cop a replica sneaker and nobody would question it. It's like, well, look who he is. You know, he's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Why wouldn't he be able to get the shoe early? You know, he's plugged in. Why didn't he be able to pull that off? And every so often, somebody will pop up in the comment section of some of these videos where they're addressing that, and they will throw out some information, a link or something like that, and just let the cat out the bag, but nobody's really paying attention to all those comments. And that's how I uncovered some stuff. I was like, wow. Wow. You know, that's how a lot of people are doing it. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm not into counting your money. Like I said in the previous video, that's your money. Well, Luch, I don't know, man. We know what we know, okay? We know what we know. What's dude's name? Trouble T. Roy. Kicks Business and Education. He already put that out there, and they basically tried to discredit that man. You know, we know what we know. Matter of fact, I came across you when you did your video about the replicas and stuff like that. Dope video, you know, awesome video, man. Then I found the dude, Trouble T. Roy, Kicks, you know, Business and Education. I forgot what he's calling his channel now. And he basically was saying the same thing you were saying, but more in depth. It was stuff that I was somewhat aware of, but it opened up my mind and made me research even more. And it uncovered a lot of stuff for me. And it was like right on cue, right when I was approaching that 1K mark. No, it wasn't that. It was when I did my SF video. I think it was like the burgundy joints, like the first time like I cracked 1,000 on the video. One of those sites hit me up. And I was like, nope, not going down that path. You know, the hookup and all that stuff and everything to draw business towards them, not going down that path. Now, here's the crazy part about all this stuff. If you start off doing rep sneakers and flat out have said these are UAs, 98s, reps, whatever you want to call them, from the jump, and you never sold anybody anything, you essentially get a pass because you have told people, I got it from here, this is that. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to pass anything off. These are this. Nobody will bother you, okay? Unless it's one of the kids and oh, those are fake. Like, what? Were you not paying attention? That's the funny part about YouTube. The boneheads will show up in the comment section. Hey, those are fake. Did you not listen to the person? You just jump in the video at the 5-minute mark. This is what they do. You know, it becomes like a running joke. Like I respect Super Duper because he's never once said these were real or anything like that. What's the girl? I don't think she does videos anymore with the eyebrows. Her and Rupa had a beef a while ago. Tricks. Her. T-Rex, Tricks, something like that. She always said the sneakers were UAs, replicas, whatever. All right. The issue that her and Rupa had was her saying A1 Nike grade or something like that in the videos. I think that was part of the issue. It appears to be a little bit more. But yeah, you know, they kept it official. Rupa's funny as heck. They kept it official because they never said these were something else and I'm going to sell you something and say they're real. That's the problem I have. You buy your replica, but you better not sell it and say it's something else. That's your money. All right? That's your money. That's when you start getting into what's wrong. That's your money. It's actually not illegal to buy something that's not real. Okay? What's illegal is selling something that's not real. And I did a whole, y'all know the video and everything, you follow the channel. I did a whole video on that, okay? On what can happen to you. Matter of fact, Rupa will tell you what can happen to you if you're not paying attention. All right? So, you know, leave that alone and everything. But, yeah. It's, the sixes, people got them. Yeah. I know. I'm going to speak from my first-hand knowledge of how sneakers arrive in stores. From all these managers I know in and around San Antonio. Because if you know the sneaker game, Foot Action, Foot Locker, and Champs are owned by the same company. Okay? All they do from time to time is rotate the staff around. When the store is not doing as well, they'll send their strongest people to the store that's not doing as well to prop the store up. So you travel as a sneakerhead around the city, copping your sneakers. You get to know people. You know, if you're cordial enough, and I think you should, because it may help you later on by whatever means. Okay? They have told me we do not get our sneakers no more than 2 to 3 weeks out. When I was doing the early reviews, I was always in the store, okay? Always in the store, never put them in the video, okay? Out of respect for them. But they told me flat out, you know, we do not get the sneakers but 2 to 3 weeks out. Max, 3 weeks max. Why? Because they simply don't have the storage capacity. Yeah. It's nowhere to put the shoes. They still have stock from other things, okay? And that's just how the system works. They can't offer the shoe for sale because the brand has a drop date, okay? A drop date. You cannot walk into a store and say, I'm buying your entire stock before the drop date hits. Leave that alone, though, okay? I've asked that question. That's what I was told. You know, they laughed about it. Now, Lucci, you know what happened to DTLR back in Baltimore. All right? I'm sure you know about that. They lost their license, their retro license for a while because they were backdooring sneakers. The only thing they had was Team Jordan stuff. Yep. We can't do it. How do you account for that stock? How? you're going to get jammed up. Matter of fact, here in San Antonio, I knew of a manager who got jammed up. You know, I knew of a manager who got jammed up. And I've said in the video, I'm not jeopardizing anybody's job because I want a sneaker early. That's it. I don't care if you tax me or not. All right, I need you to think about the ramifications of you doing that. We're cool. I'm not doing that. All right. You know, I'm not doing that. It's just a shoe at the end of the day. You know. Yeah, you can get your account yanked. So here's the other part. I'm kind of reiterating myself in the video. You cannot get a Jordan retro account, or excuse me, a Nike account, period, unless you have a brick and mortar store. That information's out there. You cannot operate online and only sell Nike shoes. You can't do that. All right? And you have to have, I think it's like 100K plus assets for them to do that. Because they need to know you're able to fulfill your orders. They're not going to do that. They'll say, hey, you know, I got an online store and I get all the retros. You better be like, how? Okay? How? You don't care? Whatever. All right? But these are the things. A regional manager from Foot Locker, she told me. All right, because I asked her. She actually happened to be in the store doing an audit, and she was on break. And she was like, hey, I noticed you're cool with a lot of my CSRs. I said, yeah. She said, they speak highly of, because I asked them, like, who's the guy that y'all talk to and everything? Like, oh, he's a sneakerhead here in San Antonio. You know, they told him he does videos. He doesn't put us in the videos. They told her. They flat out told her. They're like, oh, cool, all right. Well, how does this video go? They're like, he's never negative. He never, like, disses the store or talks down on the shoes and stuff like that. Like, it's cool. He doesn't ask us anything. You know what I mean? Like, can I get a discount? None of that stuff. He just come in, you know, talk to people, shoot the video, that, you know? Like, we learned stuff about shoes from him. So she started telling me information about how they get their shoes and how the sales process and stuff works like that. And you know, the ramifications of backdooring the shoe and stuff like that, and how she's had to, you know, fire people for doing that. So that was good insight. All right, that's how I was able to do my video, because a regional manager told me that, and she didn't have to tell me anything. She was like, get the camera out the store, this and that. I put my camera in my backpack and we were talking. That was that. So it was good insight. So it dispelled all that stuff of, you know, I can buy your entire stock, this and that and everything. Now the mom and pop stores. Yep. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Now, the Athlete's Foot in Security Square Mall, Lucci, it was a lady that worked in there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we almost exchanged some words. Like, I didn't have my camera recording. I was actually on the phone. I was on a video call showing somebody a shoe. And she was like, oh, you can't make videos in here. What are you doing? Yeah, so we had a little, you know, unpleasant exchange almost and everything. But yeah, most stores I asked. Like, all the stores I made the record in, I've actually talked to them and they're cool with it, you know. But yeah, all that, I can buy your entire stock and all that stuff. But yeah, the mom and pop stores, that's a different animal in itself. The boutiques, I would caution you with a lot of the boutiques, because you have to ask yourself, how are they getting their stock, you know, in mass quantities like that? How? You know, how are you doing that? So that's how a lot of these 98s, if you will, enter the sneaker ecosystem via these boutiques. So someone asked me, would you cop a hot release at SneakerCon from one of the vendors? Me personally, no, no, because who are you? What store do you have? And how did you get so many pairs of this limited shoe? And they got their legit checkers and stuff right there. That's on you. You know, if you want to buy them, that's on you. I personally would not do it because they're already cracking heads for some beat up sneakers already. A lot of them. You know, every sneaker I got from a sneaker show was used, and it was for the super low. That's it. I think the probably the most highest shoe I got was the Dunk from Above's from a dude Omar got sold. He's a good dude out in Houston, but it was a used sneaker. Had all the receipts and stuff like that, and even had the bag folded up inside there and everything. I got the sneaker for $90. You know, good dude, but it was a used sneaker. The Yeezy Air Max I got for like $35. The lady didn't know what they were, and they were used. She was just selling shoes at a sneaker show I went to. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I personally, I wouldn't cop a limited sneaker from exactly right. Like the whole legit checking. So StockX has their legit checkers. And I mentioned this about the Travis Scotts. You have so many pairs of shoes coming through you, okay? And they say, hey, here are the things that you need to look for on the shoe. The shoe's been bootlegged severely. You need to look for these things. Bill, the legit checker, has been reviewing shoes for the past 5 hours on his shift. You really think he's going to catch everything? As good as some of these UAs and 98s are now, where the one detail that lets you know it's not real is a lot of times it's so innocuous where you probably would miss it. You know? I went to a sneaker show here in San Antonio, and I'm not a Yeezy fan at all. I don't know what to look for on Yeezys that say they're fake because I personally don't care for the shoe. You know? And they were asking me, hey, you know, could you pick out which one? And I said, no, I couldn't. You would get me because I'm not a fan of that shoe. I don't know what to look for on the shoe. I don't wear them. I don't like them. Now, a retro, I stand a better chance. A retro Jordan, I stand a better chance. But one of the reasons why the Jordan 1 is so highly bootleg and stuff like that, because it's so simply made. The more detail you put into a sneaker, the harder it is to replicate. The harder it is to replicate. So the Jordan 1 is always an easy cash cow for the factories over there because there's not a whole lot of detailing in it. And if you get a bad replica 1, either, you know, you just didn't care, like whatever. All right. But it's, you know, you just wanted the cheaper price. But there's not a lot of details on the replica 1 that you can mess up because it's such a simple shoe. Then even so, it's got to the point where, you know, that stitch that goes above the swoosh that's like at a 45-degree angle. I have legit pairs where the stitching is on top of the swoosh. Well, stitch right on top of it instead of above it, like the so-called authentic pair. So you can't use that. You can't use pair in 11s, old pair of 11s. They started degrading and stuff like that. And glue that's on the front of the toe, it's pretty much worn out, and it looks fake now because the shoe is just old. It's from 2011. You know. So it's a very, very tricky game out here, y'all. It's your money. do as you so please. But it's the part where I'm not. Come on now, I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna be looking down at somebody's shoes talking about, oh, those are fake. You know why? You know who's gonna pull up some grown man's pants leg? They're like, hey man, those are fake. You got those fake sneakers on. What are you doing? You know? And it becomes a problem when you knowingly purchase that shoe and offered it for sale. That's my issue. That's it. I don't condone it, but when you buy the sneaker knowing that it's not legit and you offer it for sale, that's when I have a problem with it. You buy something that's not real, that's for personal use. That's it. That's it. It's just like when I would get music at the radio station and it said for promotional use only. It meant I could not duplicate that music and sell it. It wasn't designed for that. It wasn't designed for that. Yeah, you know, the sneaker games is peculiar. You know, it's peculiar. It's peculiar. And like one of my favorite hobbies is actually going onto those sites, those rep sites, and looking at stuff. Do y'all know they have like sneakers that weren't even created, that they made themselves? And if you didn't know any better, you're like, oh, those are real. I saw a pair of up-tempos, I want to say maybe about a year ago. They were like the Bruce Lee up-tempos, yellow, black, with the slash in it, like the Kyrie 4s. You know, from the Game of Death. I had to go and look. I like up-tempos. You know, I had to go and look. Like, is that real? And come to find out, it wasn't a real shoe. I was like, oh, they just creating stuff. You know? I was like, that had been a dope custom. But they were actually offering it like it was real. And you see, like, colorways. What was it? The Cause 4. You know, the Cause 4 is gray and black. Last time I checked, I saw a red pair of Cause 4 and a royal blue pair of Cause 4. I've been to Asia. I've been to South Korea. I was there for a year. And I always say, if you stood still long enough, they would bootleg you. That was my joke. So it really comes down to what you're willing to pay for and all that stuff and everything. And what did I come across? There was the countdown pack. I saw the countdown pack on the site for like $85. $85. And y'all know that pack went for like $400 something. $85. It's mind blowing. You know? It is mind blowing. I don't know, man. You know? I don't know. Check the comments. Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh man. Like, you'll go, like, what's the sneaker? The Chicago ones. I've talked about Chicago ones. That was my very, very first pair of Jordan ones. And I feel like that is my grail of the grails. I'm talking about grails in a second. I want a pair. And I've been checking StockX, GOAT, you name it. All these legit resale sites, if you will. And of course, I'm going to be saying like $500, $600. I'm not doing that. Okay? I'm not doing that. And you go on eBay and you see like $250. You're like, oh, okay. But you're like, I don't know. You know, I think I'm going to get gaffled. Somebody's going to get me. You know, someone's going to get me. Because like you said, Lucci, the bread toes, that one silhouette is so simple. It's easily bootlegged. It's so easy to bootleg that sneaker that if you're not paying attention, they got you. You know? The average person could not tell you the difference between a 98 and a retail shoe. They couldn't. Authentic shoe, they could not tell you. You set them down, they wouldn't be able to pick it out. So yeah, it's definitely, terrified. Like, man, I want this shoe. I gotta wait 2-3 years, 4 years for it to come back out, or I missed out. The shoe is still out there. I don't know. I'm going to miss out. I'm going to miss out on the shoe. That's that. Yeah, it's some stuff, man. It really is. It's just, you just never know. You never know. So grails. What are my grails? Grail 1, Chicago Retro 1 High. That's my first Jordan I ever had. I was like 8 years old. Dad bought it for me. Didn't like it. Didn't realize what I had. Came with the poster and the wristband. Grail 2, Aqua 8s. Now, I actually have the Fusion Force Aqua 8s, the Air Force 1 and Jordan 8. So that's kind of holding me over. I don't really wear those too much. I got those back in 2010. They look great, by the way. I break them out every so often. Grail 3 is thank you. Actually, it's not even a retro. And I've shown a version of it. The when the Air Force One was doing the City Pack, and I had 2 pairs. They had the Be More gray and black. It was all black with the gray swoosh and the gray hits. Well, the outsole was gray and the gray hits on the midsole. Those, and it had the air holes on the top. Then they came out with a pair, white and gray pair, that was like the retro Air Force One High with the mesh panel on the side. Dude, you know what I'm talking about, from Baltimore. That's like the sneaker of all time right there. Those are my, I put those at 3. Those 2 pairs. And I had them. They just were old, curled up and everything, started yellowing, falling apart. I had to let them go. Got those back in 1997. Went home. Yeah, Aqua 8s, man. Aqua 8s. You can find a used pair for about $150, $138, but you gotta remember when they came out. All right, you're talking 2013, 2014. You gotta be concerned about the condition of them. You might be flirting with disaster. So that's the only catch with that shoe if you come across it. It's one of those shoes you just had it, put it in the box. They need to re-release it. It's been long enough. What's the shoe that y'all think they need to bring out that hasn't been out in the last 5 years? It's time for them to roll them back out. I know a shoe I'm really not too impressed with. Yeah, Taxi 12s, Laney. I was gonna say that. Laney 5s. That's my full from right there. The Laney 5. That's why I had to get the blue Laneys. I had to get those. Love them. I went to Mervo. All right. Blue Shoe from Baltimore. That's my school. That's blue and gold. I went to Coppin State. I'm tied to that color. I love blue and gold. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Kamikazes. I remember those. All right, slept on sneaker. Yep. Slept on sneaker. See Taxi 12s. What about the Masters? The Master 12s. I seen the kids get a release of them. I'm not looking forward to this Shattered Backboard 3.0. And it looks like the last pictures I saw, that's how they're gonna look. It looks like somebody slathered Vaseline over them. And you know, before I put my foot in my mouth, pictures don't do some shoes true justice. And I've said that several times, because they don't always use the best lighting and cameras to take these pictures when they drop these photos. And it's like you see the pictures like, I ain't feeling it. You know, then you see the shoe in hand, like, oh, that's not so bad. All right, but one shoe that did not disappoint me, as far as like, yeah, I'm good on those, were the Defiant ones. The red with the sail sole and the red paint slashed across the stripe. I saw the pictures like, I don't know about that leather. And I was like, if the leather is like, Trigger God, I really don't care. I don't care about Yeezys, but hey, they're cheaper. That means more people can get them. They're going to sell. You know, that's good for the consumer. But I don't really pay attention to the Yeezys. That is not. They're like elf boots to me. I'm not a fan of that sneaker. You take Kanye's name off that shoe, they do nothing. They do nothing at all. When he had the Nike joints, they were alright. Yeah. Alright, they remind me of elf boots. You know, I'm not a fan of them. Matter of fact, I bought a pair of sneakers. I can't remember which ones they were. And they had the butters. I was able to just, if I wanted those butters, I could have bought them right then. Dude was right there in front of me. Yep. NMDs just jumped off the cliff. You get NMDs for $49 and $39 now. And even when they were hot, I was like, why do people like this shoe? What's up with this? But Boost was the wave at the time. But even still, I just didn't like them. And they didn't have like enough support at all. It was just like stretchy fabric in the sole. I didn't understand why people were going crazy over NMDs. Yeah, people can get them for the lower price. Exactly. Yeah, they slap, you know, Supreme collaboration on it. They go nuts. It's crazy. Oh, I gotta get this. If you watch some of those videos over in England when they have releases and stuff, they gotta have security outside. People just acting a fool over those shoes. It's crazy. You know? Like, what's wrong with y'all? It's overpriced box logo stuff. Overpriced. Then I was showing people, it was like a Hanes t-shirt with screen printing on it. They were charging people like $60 for the shirt or more. I'm like, it's a little $4 t-shirt, you know. Markup was insane. The markup is insane still. Like, I used to cop the Savage joints, the box logo Savage joints, for like $9. And like wearing my videos, just to show people I am not a hype beast and I don't care. You know, I don't care about Supreme or anything like that. You know, you go to the sneaker shows and you see people there with their booth and all that Supreme stuff. I'm like, how much of this are you really going to sell here? Like, we had a show here, and these are cool dudes. They had like the Supreme heavy bag, they had the Supreme lawn chair, and it was crazy, like the sheer amount of Supreme stuff. And I was like, they're hauling this around, they're offering it for sale. I'm like, who's gonna buy it? They better hope that what's his name, JC Kicks from 2J's Kicks, JC, that he comes in and buy up all that stuff. And I think that's the hustle now. If you go to SneakerCon, You hope he comes through and buy up your stock. That's like the wave now. It is. They do nothing. They jump on somebody else's stuff and slap their logo on it, and people go nuts. You're right. They do absolutely nothing. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy. It is lazy. It's flat out lazy. I don't know. I guess when yep. I, yeah. Rock them all the time. Walking through the mall, and the younger guys and stuff be looking at everything. I'm like, yeah. What you gonna say? What you gonna say? Yeah, got overpaid for this hat, overpaid for this shirt. Like back in January, it was a little cold here. I found a Savage hoodie, box logo Savage hoodie, at Marshalls for like $11. I think it's in one of my videos. And I broke that out, some camouflage joggers, and my flight suit red fives, and the Savage hat. And like the looks I got from the teenagers, because it had this look like that. It's kind of fly, but it's not supreme. But I don't want to say anything to her. Yep. I don't want to say anything to her. And that's really what it comes down to, is people wanting acceptance. They want acceptance. They want to say, yeah, I got it too. I got it too. They want acceptance. I'm part of that element. Yep. Yep. Friends and family releases. And I always tell people, you have swag and style. When you're doing the swag thing, it's kind of like you're following a trend. That's my opinion. When you have style, you're doing your own thing. And a lot of people want to wear certain things, but they're afraid that somebody's going to criticize them for it. It's just like when I did the mid video. That truly exposed how people thought. Like, I want to wear this, but somebody's going to make fun of me. Those are dope, but somebody's going to make fun of me. They're afraid that they're not going to be accepted for being who they really are. Like, I like this. I like this. And I don't care what you think, because you didn't buy this for me. This is my money, or my parents bought this for me because I wanted it. And that should be the bottom line. But instead, they need their friends and random strange people to say, hey, this is dope. You should get this. Oh, yeah. Little Mikey has it, so I should get it too. They're going to like me now. But you're going to reach an age where none of that matters. So think about, the jokes about the Nike Monarchs. Yep. You're wearing what you like. And it's authentic. You're being you. So you think about the Nike Monarch, right? That is the ultimate dad shoe, right? That is like dad shoe right there. You put your khakis on, you put your plaid shirt on, you tuck it in your pants, and you hit the grill. You start grilling burgers and stuff, and calling your son big guy and buddy and stuff. That shoe is actually comfortable, and to me, it's kind of like a status symbol. Like, if you haven't made it to that point in life, you shouldn't be in that shoe. So as much as I joke about shoes, it's kind of like, that's probably an established man right there and everything like that. But that shoe could be fashionable if people with a following started wearing it. That's all it's going to take, is for somebody to start wearing that shoe all the time. That's it. That's all it's going to take. Just like they came out with the MK2. which is like the Monarch 2.0, and it's updated, and it's got more like unique features on it and stuff. Like, it's not a bad looking shoe. It's just like, it's not my flavor, you know. It's not my flavor. I always joked about getting a pair of Monarchs because I'm retired now. I've earned that shoe, if you will. But yeah, it's about the acceptance, man. And you're right, the whole being sheep and people being, you know, mocked because they're just being them. You know, they're fine with who they are. That's why, you know, yep, cool. Exactly. And I've been seeing those. I've been seeing those Jeters. I've been seeing those Jeters. You know? So it makes you wonder, like, what's going on? You know? Well, we know what's going on. We just let it ride, you know. But gentlemen, it's been great. We've chopped it up. Um, me and baby girl, we gotta grab something to eat. Get your foot off that chair. Come on now. Maybe clean this upholstery. But yeah, we're about to grab something to eat and continue on. Y'all have a great day. It's been wonderful. Always appreciate when y'all come through and you know, drop your opinions and share different views, because this is how it's supposed to be. It's social media. We're being social. You know? So I know it's smoking out this piece. Yeah. Thanks. Y'all have a good one, man. You know, we're in the middle of the week and everything. And we're going here anyway. We'll figure it out. All right, so yeah, y'all have a good one, man. And as always, I appreciate it. It's all love. And drop those videos and I jump on.